After several months of postponed sessions, the group is finally able to get back together, most of us anyway, for the episode entitled Mic Drop. A lot gets done in this session to make up for lost times, for good, ill, or indifferent. We definitely leave in a much different place than we begin. We hope you enjoy.
We're off to adventure to go roll the dice. Come seize your advantage and you'll roll them twice. Even if we lose our way, we'll make a journey someday. Something awaits you, so wake us away. Who knows what role you'll play? Who knows what role you'll play?
Alright, we're going.
Alright, we're going. I don't remember how to play this game anymore. How do you win? Oh, we are finally back.
So I think if you end up with the longest railroad, then you get some extra victory points.
You do. You get 15 actually for that.
Cool.
You get 15 for longest railroad. Yeah. And 10 for most tickets. All right. Don't challenge me. Whip your butt.
No tickets.
You can't do no tickets. You'll end up in negative points. That'd be bad.
Off a blimp.
No, I don't think there are blimps. That would be cool, though. I would play a Ticket to Ride with blimps in it.
Yeah, why isn't there one? It seems like a no-brainer.
Yeah.
I guess they'd have to be on rails for the game to make sense, though. Like
Probably. It'd be kind of hard to do. Guide things, I guess. Still, though. Anyway. All right. Well, does anyone remember the last session at all?
Sid did a recap.
Did Sid do a recap? All right, recap me, Sid.
So, we got Cat out of jail.
Oh.
And we were like, what are we going to do? This is terrible. They're going to poison the water supply. And it appears like the, governing body of Greylock does not give a shit. And in fact, some of them are probably like eager for Orem to come in and mess up the mages. So we were like, okay, we have to take the fight to them. But we don't want to go into the camp because that's kind of impossible to do, considering how magical we are and how anti-magic they are, and that we got fucked up by just 2 people. So we were like, let's drop a plesiosaur on them. And so we ran that by Kat, and she was stunned and confused and horrified all at the same time.
I think she was broadly on board, wasn't she?
Yeah,
broadly being the operative word there.
It didn't stop us.
Yeah. She didn't actively move against you.
I'm not sure she can at this point, but
No, not
I
really.
think the word is tentatively on board.
I believe she kept repeating the phrase, "I'm not questioning your strategy, only your tactics."
Well, that's what we were discussing before you got on here. We realized in order to polymorph something into a plesiosaur, we need a CR2 creature.
Mm-hmm.
And finding a CR2
I made
creature...
multiple viable suggestions, and they were all denied.
well,
So
no,
I have a suggestion.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like we need to find a particularly big beast of some kind. Hopefully just a beast and not like a sentient thing. But I know the forest around Whitfeld pretty well, so if we just pop over there, we could go try to find a giant boar. I'm pretty sure there was one around there.
Hop over there? That's a while away.
yeah, I mean, we can fly and stuff, but how long would it take to fly there?
Probably at least a couple of days, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Whitfeld is not close.
Okay.
Whitfeld is
Oh, right.
Whitfeld is closer to Loreholt than it is to...
Sorry, I forgot that teleportation doesn't work here.
No, it does not. Well, I mean, it does, but not as reliably as you perhaps would like.
But I mean, forests are forests, so if you know the forest around Whitfeld, how
Yeah, well, let's try to find a giant boar. That seems doable.
yeah.
Or a bear, something.
Or, well, a polar bear, technically.
Bearing in mind that we don't have a lot of time to spend on this. Oops.
Bearing in mind. And then
No.
I was also looking at the celestials I could summon, but like they're not they have a CR rating of blank. Not even gotta find something. Polymorph that
Oh,
into something carryable, and then within the hour get up to above the encampment, and then do all that stuff.
Harry, doesn't Lily have a sort of some kind of fire elemental summoning gem in her inventory?
Oh, did I give somebody control of Lily?
I don't know.
Forgot. That next wouldn't be here. Just in case. Not that y'all need it, but just in case.
Although we probably shouldn't
Use
bring
her
out his
stuff.
gem.
Yeah.
Well,
User consumable stuff.
Yeah. Let's see. She does have an elemental gem. Oh, did we lose somebody?
who did we
Oh,
lose?
no. Noel's having audio issues. Oh, Noel's got a hold of. No, Noel has Lily's sheet. We need a.
Next did request an extra plesiosaur, so I think he would be okay with it.
That would be 3 plesiosaurs.
Okay, but you guys still haven't figured out the mystery of getting the first one.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Just for the hang on. Just for the sake of argument, or just so I know, what challenge rating is Snowfump's?
Is a horse?
Well, he's a mystical, super powerful horse.
Let's see.
Oh,
'Cause
you know what I just realized?
What?
Death Warded party member would work because they wouldn't be at 1 hit point. They would be at 1 hit point of plesiosaur health.
Well, it goes through plesiosaur health and then to normal health.
Well, no, because they would have to first drop to 0 as a plesiosaur.
Then we just have a plesiosaur running around there.
But then they'd still be in the middle of the enemy camp.
Yeah, that's true. But
Yeah.
they would be at full health.
Yeah.
They would be at full health instead of effectively full health plus 1 hit point of plesiosaur.
What did I miss?
So Death Ward would actually drop you to 1 health as a plesiosaur, not 1 health as yourself.
Oh my goodness. I still think dropping someone smack into the middle of the camp after we commit a definite act of beginning war is a bad idea, but I
agree.
do love the flavor of it. I'm not gonna lie.
That wouldn't be a problem, I don't think, if we were for sure like going somewhere where I could recall us. But I'm not entirely sure like we'll have recall available.
Anti-magic is rude.
Is there any kind of like live animal market in Greylock?
Well, sure. I don't think you're gonna find a
CR2.
beast large enough. Like we're talking, livestock and.
We could just scale down and drop something that's size huge. Once you hit terminal velocity, it's pretty destructive.
It goes from being like 10 city blocks to only.
We're dropping it into
5 or
soft
something.
soil, not onto an immovable surface. My physics is a little weak, but
How many city blocks is the Orem camp anyway?
Oh,
Like I know it's not in the city, but
right. No. It would probably be the equivalent to 3 or 4. I mean, it's a fairly large camp.
Oh,
3 or 4 city blocks?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they keep adding to it, and yeah.
This will completely destroy everything. Then.
Oh, so
yeah.
yeah, let's just do huge then, because then we can use the goats. I think, can't we?
We
I
can
really
just
feel
buy
like
horses.
I really feel like we're failing a physics check somewhere. I remember doing a sim where you dropped a car from terminal velocity, and it would destroy like a house and the things around it, but not multiple city blocks.
No, I mean, you guys, by dropping plesiosaurs on stuff, if you recall, your original idea was to hit the places that would hurt them most. So to go after their stores, or to go after the area which you believe the butcher actually hangs out in, and basically try to damage them rather than wipe them out completely. You need a lot of plesiosaurs to wipe out the entire camp, but you can hurt them.
That's
Okay.
the plan.
So let's stick to Gargantuan then.
Okay.
Gargantuan means we got to find something CR2, or sacrifice your horse, or drop a party member.
But your horse
My
is
horse?
in CR2.
Okay.
Your horse is a baby.
I do like the idea of dropping a party member and then all the rest of the party being there to support them.
We're gonna die.
Yeah, I think
We will.
Well,
Three
we are
dudes
dropping
of-
a pretty heavy duty thing on top of the area. I think we'll be pretty softened up.
they'll be softened up. But were you here when we fought those two guys in the sewers?
I
Okay.
was, yeah.
Okay.
That was 3 dudes comfortably handing us our own ass.
But those were like the special ops dudes, you know?
Are you sure?
Yeah.
I'm
not
pretty sure. I
You
really hope they
100% sure
were.
about that?
Yes, I am 100% sure.
I mean, I am not opposed to it because I have never championed safety over what sounds fun.
I am opposed to it. I think it would be
Yeah,
dramatic for sure, but I think it would also be pretty disastrous.
I don't think we could get. Ow. I
How's
don't
the
think
cat?
we could get. Yeah,
You okay?
no. She's just clawing me because I'm being
Oh,
like, no, you
you're
can't
begging.
chew on. You
Mhm.
can't chew on my headphone cords. It's like I don't understand why I can't do that.
Now, not to give you all ideas, but do you know what is a challenged rating 2 creature that
A
you are
priest.
fairly close to, that is not a party member?
A priest of Orem.
Well,
We did see that on the list.
besides that, wormlings.
Wormlings.
Oh.
Yeah, baby dragons.
Where are
I,
wormlings?
mm,
No, we're not dropping a baby
no,
dragon.
those are sapient. I don't want to do
I'm
that.
just saying, you know one nearby.
Ah!
Oh,
What are you talking
no.
about? The one that we made friends with?
Mhm.
We're not dropping that one.
Very-
We're not that big of monsters.
All right, guys, let's
Just
drop a
saying.
child.
It's easier to find than a polar bear.
Well, how common are giant boars?
Well, you'd have to go into the forest for that. And right now, there's a big swath of forest that's being occupied by Orem's army. The areas to the north are mostly agrarian, so it'd be a while before you hit forests. If you
Mhm.
went kind of southeast instead, you'll get into the forest faster. Those are elven forests, though.
And keep in mind, we'd have to be able to get whatever we find above the camp within an hour of finding it.
Yeah.
Or else our initial crowd control polymorph, turn them into a goldfish, will wear off.
Right.
I think we
speed
can
is just
safely
of the
downsize
essence.
a little bit and it'll probably turn out okay.
Well, hang on. So, are there any? I know at one point there was a priestess of Kalishan in the area. Is she still around, or
No.
are there any?
The Priestess of
Okay.
Kalishan showed up specifically when Greylock was initially in trouble, when Karak started to go crazy. She bailed. No
A
longer
good
there.
choice, honestly.
Yeah, Kalishan worshippers tend not to stay in civilized areas for very long. They find it uncomfortable.
We
It may
should've
also
gone
be a
around
hard pitch to ask, hey, can you summon a giant beast of the forest so we can slaughter it?
Yeah, there really aren't any druids in or around or Kalishan, other than Camp Finalis. They're Kalishan worshippers.
How
They
far
tend
away?
not to. I mean, they're a day's walk. They're not terribly far.
Or days
Fine.
walk.
We could convince Campanalis to help with this, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're hunters and shit. They can get us a
Again,
giant boar.
Our timeline.
Yeah, if we just get a person from there to come with us, I could think of a couple.
If we're willing to spend money to do this, like 100 GP per minute,
Oh Lord.
Always a good start.
I can do planar ally.
100 GP per minute.
Could you imagine being the CR2 celestial that gets summoned and it's like, what is my purpose? We're gonna drop you from the sky.
Righteous.
How many minutes would we need to get it? If you summon it and then we flew it up, could you summon it in the
Does
sky?
ally work in this world?
So it says when the creature appears, it's under no compulsion to behave in any particular way.
No.
You can ask the creature to perform a service
Yeah.
in exchange for payment, but it isn't obliged to do
No.
so.
First of all, yeah, the spell doesn't compel them to do shit. Second of all, Inaline is a chaotic deity. I cannot stress this enough. A chaotic deity.
Couldn't they just resist the polymorph spell too?
Yeah, they don't give a fuck. They're outsiders. They don't give a shit.
So guys, I think that we may have to not.
I mean, they might go along with it. They might be cool with it.
It is
just
chaotic.
for the fun of it, yeah, just for shits and giggles. But there's no guarantee.
The other option that I was looking at is my highest level spell slots. I just summon a creature that's challenge rating 4 or lower. The Celestial is friendly to me and my companions. It obeys any verbal commands that I issue to it. So that one, that's that. I can make them do our beck and call. But I can only do that once, and that's my 7th level spell. So,
Do you have Summon Celestial?
Summon Celestial, I was already looking at that. It's a challenge rating blank. There is no challenge rating assigned.
Okay.
But Conjure Celestial works.
Oh right, earlier we were talking about this. We have a gem with an elemental in it.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's what that's Nex's.
Yeah.
Dang it, Nex. Why
Can
did we
we-
let you take that?
Nex is on.
For what
Maybe,
it's worth, I think
please.
Nex would probably be behind this. They were full plan plesiosaur.
How many elementals can it summon?
Just
one.
consider the
One.
implications of dropping a gargantuan fire elemental.
You mean just not even turn it into a plesiosaur?
I mean,
just-
we could, but
Do fire elementals have weight?
Yeah,
mass?
good
Would
point,
it cause
good
an
point.
explosion?
So
good point. It was like a
floating.
rock elemental, no questions asked. Perfect, but
Um,
I mean, one is deals a lot of damage.
we could, I guess we could, okay, so if we dropped a huge creature rather than a gargantuan creature, would that be enough to take out their supplies?
If you dropped it directly on it, sure.
So how about, what if we drop the gargantuan one first? If we can do the celestial plan.
Yeah.
Drop a gargantuan one, then follow it up with a huge one on their supplies. Like target where we think the butcher is first, and then follow it up with a smaller plesiosaur to take out the supplies.
So, yeah.
I'm not opposed to this, but still the problem of getting a gargantuan thing is kind of a pain.
I also want to make a note that I have a feeling, and just a feeling for some reason, that even if we do this drop successfully, there's a decent chance the butcher survives unless we go down there and handle it ourselves.
Yeah, but they'll put him back and it'll force him into an all-out war, which... So what we're trying to avoid is them sneakily like poisoning the water supply.
Also, he
If
can
we
be-
drop stuff in there, they have to respond and like be actively aggressive towards Greylock now.
Also,
And-
you destroy his like base. He can be as smart as he wants to be. If he has no supplies, he's pretty crippled.
I think our plan after this is to go try to hit the supply line as well. I think that was
his tent could get rid of his shit, hopefully, but we've been very bad at this historically.
Okay, well, if that's the case, then let's just find a beast of some kind. If we're just trying to kill the one person or like damage the one person, they're like very specific setup that we just need the.
We don't know exactly where he is in the camp, though, is the problem. Which is why we need to kind of flatten it, just to be safe.
Now we're getting towards war crime territory.
They're all soldiers. They knew what they were. Well, they didn't know what they were signing up for, but
I don't think anyone could have known they were signing up for this.
we'll know next time.
If we need the bigger one, then I think we have to spend some time looking. So either we need to get Kern to summon the thing, or we need to go to Camp Finalis or somewhere else and go hunting.
I would rather go for speed at this point.
Well, if Kern you can summon one creature that we can turn into a gargantuan one. If I'm following right, okay. Yeah. So I think we go gargantuan then huge.
Wait, why not your horse?
My horse isn't a fae. Fae are like into that. Like you're like, hey, you want to like explode and then come back? It'll be funny. Like your average fae is going to be down with that. My horse is like a horse.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can ask my horse. I'm pretty sure.
I don't think your horse is high enough
just
CR.
buy a horse.
You know, like my horse works because
horses are not challenge rating too.
No, but for the huge one, they don't need to be.
Can't you summon a Pegasus?
Oh, we have so many options for something that's CR 1/4, which is all we need to drop something huge.
Oh, okay.
Wait, hold on. Lana, can't you summon a Pegasus?
That is my horse, yes.
So that's CR2, right?
Yes.
Why is your Pegasus
sapient, and it talks to me, and I don't want to do that.
I feel like I have a deeper bond with Snowpuff.
You're literally asking Xylund to do the same thing.
I am fine with this stuff. Mine is just like a sapient horse, like a normal sapient horse.
It's okay.
But it's a sapient horse that can survive or relive.
You know what my horse is telling me right now in its head with our little funny connection? It's saying, please don't drop me from the sky. That will hurt.
Okay, all right.
Well, then I'm not dropping Snowpunks.
Snowfunks is a fae. Fae are fine with this.
I mean, you chose to summon it as celestial, right? Because summon Greater Steed, you can choose to summon it.
Oh, that's a good point. Anyway, continue on with the conversation while I look at the spell that I should know because I cast it a year ago.
Yeah. So we've got one gargantuan creature for sure. We can get a huge one, and if that's okay, like I went back and looked at it, what I was saying. Tons of TNT.
Yo, find Greater Steed allows for a rhinoceros.
Oh yeah. It's all coming together now.
I don't think I can summon a rhinoceros though, because if I don't summon Snowfunks, I think he's gone
Gonna be
forever.
sad.
He got mutated in the
Mutated is not a kind word.
Well, he came out like super buff when I summoned him that one time.
Yeah.
So I've just been
Buff
summoning the
horse
same
is an
horse
image I
every time.
Didn't want. Muscular horse.
I have a giant fly, like an ebony fly, that we can also ride up on.
If there's a live animal market, we just go in and buy like a pig.
Yeah. Yeah, you
And-
can just get livestock here.
Yeah. So we drop the big one on the butcher, and then the small one on the supply chain. Like the small one's still going to be like half a ton of TNT getting dropped on it, which
And
is
it's following
not
like
an
2
insignificant
seconds
amount.
behind.
Yeah, I think like the huge thing is like 2 tons of TNT, which is disastrous for several city blocks.
Cool. Sounds like a plan.
In a way.
Okay, cool. I think that's the plan.
So we go up, we fly over the camp, you summon the thing.
Yeah.
Lana
We try to drop them
Davynn
at
enlarges it
Yeah.
Yep.
And Lily has to be up there to enlarge as well.
to
Well,
enlarge the second
No.
one.
No.
you can only enlarge one thing. I think once, I should say. So.
Yeah, but
Okay.
Lily can.
Lily
or
has
can
to
you enlarge the
polymorph.
second one as well?
Yeah.
Lily has to polymorph. Yeah.
Oh right. Okay. Right.
Because of the concentration stuff.
Next said we can use his elemental.
Okay, so we have 2.
We're good.
All right, we have 2
We
giant
got this.
bombs.
Okay. Even better.
Two. Where'd the other one come from?
One from Kern summon, one from the elemental.
Oh, right. Kern's may just say no, but the elemental. Let's start with the elemental because the other one might be finicky.
Well, if Kern uses conjure, it won't say no.
Yeah, the elemental might say no though.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the elemental might tell you to piss off.
What's the elemental going to do? Fight gravity? It's dropping.
It could
The
leave.
elementals fly.
Let's just get.
Oh,
Maybe we should just
no.
get a pig just in case, as a backup, in case the elemental doesn't want to
yeah.
be turned into a plesiosaur. Can we summon the elemental just to ask him if it's cool with this?
No, it's a one-time summon.
Yeah, I was gonna
One of
say
those
once
ones.
you let it go, it's gone.
Okay,
You can't
maybe
put
that's
it back.
A little
What
too
kind of elemental
untrustworthy
does
for
Nex
such a
have again?
time-sensitive plan.
Fire
this isn't-
elemental.
This isn't PD. Like you can't put it back.
All right, it's
Whatever
a fire
happened to
elemental.
PD?
so-
Drop PD.
You guys still have PD.
We have PD?
Yeah.
Who's
Well,
PD?
PD of Freedy?
Yes,
Where did
PD.
Where did we pick that guy up?
Who's got the iron flask?
Just be like, we summon you to do our bidding, and then
Now,
tell him-
PD Freedy would probably tell you where to go. Like he does he does have a form of free will.
be like, you
and-
can just go fuck right off.
And generally his as he explained, he'll protect you.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure that he would agree to necessarily being
Proactive protection.
I don't think he would maybe consider that proactive
I
protection.
think,
Well,
I think either
we have a
Lily or
good
Davin had the whatever.
I don't know who had the iron flask.
Not very.
Or maybe Lily then.
Oh God, cat.
Maybe we should leave elementals out of this, though.
Except the elemental
Oh.
gem. Yeah.
No, we can use it. Elementals can't fly, so if we just summon it in the air, it doesn't matter if it likes us or not.
It could bounce
It's
back to
dropping.
the elemental plane, though.
No.
Uh-uh.
Can it resist being turned into a plesiosaur?
Yes. But it has to pass.
And it also
It does
could
have to
just
pass.
deny being enlarged, I think.
I don't know. It seems like we have a sure thing if we bring a pig, whereas with the elemental, we have,
Okay.
you know. a
Yeah, let's do
possible
the pig
backup.
thing.
Oh right, elementals are only large. Never mind. Go away. Cat. Cat, go away. Sid, you summoned my cat.
Okay, we bring a pig, and that's the second one for the supply chain.
Bring the elemental anyway, because that's the thing we can turn into extra huge. Like, we can't turn a pig into a plesiosaur.
Sounds good. Good job, team. Break.
Wait, so it seems like in this plan, me and Hildreth aren't really required. So I was thinking maybe we should try to stake out the butcher's routes into the city,
Okay.
in case he does get away.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's actually a
like-
really good idea.
Go look for anyone who suddenly starts running out of the camp in a suspicious way.
Especially if they look butchery.
Yeah, you got this.
So this telepathic link we can all have. Is there a range on that? Like, do we have
Same
to do it-
plane.
the material plane, yeah.
Yeah.
So we should
Long
hook one
guns.
of those up
don't-
so we can all be in touch with what's going on with everyone as we're doing this.
The person who can cast that is Lily.
Yeah, you have her sheet, Noel.
Oh. All right. That settles that.
So, we know that one route through the sewers where he can come in. Should we have Hildreth maybe watching from the walls or something to see if he spies anyone? But you guys will have a pretty good vantage point. Maybe.
Yeah,
Hildreth can also send Zoar.
That's a good point. He could get a closer look at what's going on in the camp, maybe. I don't know. What do you guys think?
Seems like a good idea to me.
I'm
Yeah,
ready to go. I have
watch
been
Make
ready
sure
to go.
Zohar is flying sufficiently high.
Like really high.
Also, have we had any kind of rest since I burned out apparently 3 second-level spell slots? I can't remember what we were doing.
I don't believe so.
Yeah, I don't.
No, we haven't rested in a while. We didn't like take 8 hours once we busted Cat out.
Yeah, yeah.
Running.
Yeah. Okay.
We've
Well,
been, yeah.
it'll be fine.
Tomorrow
I still have
night we do
spell
this.
slots.
I think we should do it now.
I think we should do it now.
I do
I
not have
still-
summon. I do not have Conjure Celestial prepared right
Okay,
now.
let's do it tomorrow.
We rest. We rest. All right, I'll do some stakeouts, but otherwise we rest.
All right.
And we have to survive tomorrow. And then we do it tomorrow night.
Oh, Davin, if you want to go buy a pig, you probably know about buying pigs.
I feel like I should be offended, but that's true.
There's nothing wrong with a practical skill.
Let's roll some animal handling.
Bartering.
We don't have barter anymore, do we? I always
don't think
forget.
so.
All lumped in persuasion.
Yeah. Look at that animal handling like a champ.
Mhm.
I'm
You're
finding
gonna
the
buy
pig-
the pig the
I'm
day
finding a-
before?
Yeah, might
So
as
that
well.
you can form, so that you
The
can form
day
a
of.
bond with it overnight before you.
Yeah, I
kill
was gonna say, so you can make friends with it? What are you?
friends.
No, we're not gonna make friends with it.
You say that, but
Yeah.
when I
Exactly.
come around and you're like, please don't kill Wilbur.
You're gonna
Kern, have a
give me
heart.
messages in the spider web tonight.
He grew up on a farm, though. He knows about,
Slaughtering animals, yeah.
yeah.
A little bit different than making bacon. You're gonna drop them on a military encampment.
Well, what's the difference, really? It's
Well,
just
you don't get to eat 'em
your
this way.
bacon.
Yeah.
You could still eat them. They would probably cook on impact,
You don't get to eat him.
but somebody does, and that's the point.
Oh, that's a good point, actually. We're dropping a shit ton of free food on them as we're trying to destroy their supplies.
No, that's
Like,
all
they
gonna
could
get
eat
vaporized.
themselves.
Like, this
Yeah,
thing
I
will
know.
Raw meat is
explode.
going to
There's
freak
not gonna be
them
anything
out.
left. There's not gonna be
Okay.
anything left.
It's gonna
Okay.
be like a fucking blender.
Okay.
Trust me, it's not. The last thing these guys are gonna be thinking of is picking up scraps of whatever just landed on them.
All right.
Okay.
Okay, so it can't leave because of the wording of Conjure Elemental. It has 0 Wisdom save versus Polymorph. +3 versus Enlarge, which is going to be our... we can try it. And then if not, we can save Wilbur.
Wait, so the Celestial can resist too?
It can resist the Wisdom save versus Polymorph, but that's just a flat D20 roll.
Mm-hmm.
And then the Con save versus Enlarge is a +3.
Well, maybe buy 2 pigs then.
No, this is the elemental, not the celestial.
There are
Celestial
so many
has to
different
do
things
what,
going on
what I
here.
say.
Okay. Oh, this
Yeah.
is the elemental, not the
Yeah,
Celestial.
it's the elemental.
The elemental is also friendly. It just is, unless you lose control of it. So
So we can just tell it.
we can
is it
just say,
it
"Hey,
obeys command?
yeah, it
Oh, okay.
it do."
Oh,
So we
then
can just that's our gargantuan plesiosaur right there.
Okay, cool. Yeah, if it listens to us and obeys our commands, then we're just like, let us do this. It'll be fun.
It'll be fun, and then you'll go back to the elemental plane and everything's fine.
I mean, if we can drop 2 gargantuans, that'd be rad. But bring the pig just in case.
Yeah, the pig. Yeah.
Okay, the pig will be brought. It does not have a name, Kern.
The way that you say that makes it seem like you are already given it a name.
You're the one who's calling it Wilbur.
I
Uh-huh.
think we should name it Babe.
That'll do, babe. That'll do.
Ugh.
Dude, pig.
All right.
All right,
Plan is set.
we are done.
I'm taking a nap right now.
Okay.
Sounds good.
All right. If the plan's set, you guys can crash out for the evening. Wherever you choose to do that. You have your pick.
Even if the elemental resists polymorph and enlarge, it's still, like Noel said, in the air. So
And-
so we get a bonus pig on top of an
The
elemental.
worst possible outcome is that it somehow manages to safely get to the ground, at which point there's still an angry fire elemental in the middle of their camp.
Yeah. Okay, so that's good. Okay. All right. Sorry, I just thought of that.
All right. Operation Please Yes or does it go?
All right. You guys can wake up the next day with all your spells refreshed. Probably slept in a little bit. It has been a while since you guys took a break. Just because, the whole army thing. But pig acquired, elemental gem ready, spells readied. You plan and you're going to do this at night?
We had to do it at night, right? Otherwise, that'll give us the best chance of them not seeing it before.
I think it'll be also very hard for us to see where we're aiming. if we
Yeah,
do it at
it's like I said, it's a double-edged sword. Yeah, if you do it at night, you'll be harder to spot, but it'll also be harder to navigate the camp from above.
night. Yeah, I'd
Well,
rather
maybe
get them early. Let's go in the early hours of the dawn.
Morning.
Like Drix.
what
Yeah.
if you guys take Hildreth with you, because he's got his he can look through the eyes of his bird thing, can't he?
Mhm.
And see
Dark
better.
vision only goes so far, though,
Oh, okay.
even as a bird.
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, we'll do it in the wee hours of the morning, and
Okay.
I will head to the
Um,
sewers where I think the butcher. I don't remember exactly how that worked, but I'll try to go to where it seemed like he was entering the sewers from.
All right. So you're gonna just kind of man any escape
Oops.
routes, or see if you can find ways into the camp. Hello.
no, Erie has a battle encampment map for this.
I'm really confident that Erie has a lot of things ready after we've been playing this for so long.
Yeah.
And opposed
We gave her
Like-
2 months to prepare.
she has had 2 months to figure out what way we will fuck this up.
I just like this picture.
It is a pretty cool picture,
Yeah. It's pretty cute.
and it's basically what it is.
Yeah, I couldn't have asked for a better one. Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of what we're looking at here. All right. So in the wee hours of the morning, Xylund Xylund takes to the sewers with his rudimentary map, trying to cover all the possible entrances and exits just in case. Hildreth is going to be on guard.
No.
Looking for whatever he can see with Zoar. And the rest of you guys are headed to the skies.
We got a giant fly that Lily and I can ride on.
Yeah. Davynn and I can take the Pegasus.
Okay.
What's
So-
Lily flying? Does she have a mount?
That's why we need 2 mounts.
Yeah, Lily's
okay,
with
gotcha.
Kern.
Ah,
Yeah,
gotcha.
I've got a giant ebony fly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
gotta, put
So
that,
Team-
gross!
gotta put that
Team
fly to work.
reconnaissance and team tactical carpet bombing.
So as you guys leave the airspace of Greylock and begin to approach the Orem encampment, again, you've seen it from different angles before. You've walked past it, you've been just inside of it, but rarely have you seen it this close from above. It is a huge and sprawling location. You can see where it's being slowly added to over the past few weeks as more troops arrive. Trenches have been dug out at various locations, showing an ever-expanding wall. Where the wall has been solidified, there's wooden posts, and then as they continue to go out in concentric circles, it's replaced by shield walls as temporary barriers. The entire field is just smoke and the bits of firelight, with the sluggish movement of people below, just a field of white and crimson and black, as a veritable army mills around in the early dawn. What would you like to do?
Flying up high. We're going to get high up first, so that they don't see us like ascending into the sky.
Mm-hmm.
Get up high. And then I guess it's Noel, Davynn, Lily, and I up there.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Okay, who here
well,
actually knows where we're aiming?
down that way. The hesitation was me finding it, not it wasn't confusion.
Yeah. We do know, right? I was assuming
know,
that
yeah.
you guys figured that out last session.
You have
Yeah.
We got a decent guess.
Yeah, you have a very vague idea.
We consulted with a guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, a guy.
Yeah, well, that was Sprinkles. It wasn't a guy, it was a little girl.
Oh, that's right. I
We
forgot.
consulted with a small child we found in a well, and I'm not even kidding.
No, like she gave us pretty good intel on where
Yeah.
she thinks stuff is.
Yeah, a good idea of where their stores are, a good idea of where the butcher's tent is, a good idea of sort of the layout of the camp as far as she knew, as far as her intelligence set.
Which one are we dropping the huge thing on? Because we've got one.
The
relatively
butcher.
The butcher's tent?
consistent
Oh wait, no, the
Yeah,
huge one,
Yeah. Sorry, the gargantuan one. The
the
really, really
gargantuan,
big one.
yeah, on the butcher.
I agree. Like,
Right.
if we can just make it so he loses all of his tools, his lab, whatever he's got. Anyway, okay.
I will, up here in the sky, conjure a flying celestial. Right now.
We could have used the elemental first.
I mean,
Well, this was the one that we guarantee.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, this one I can talk to and be like, hey, if you go a little bit off course, just like nosedive into this. Because if we can convince it to nosedive, that does a lot more damage. Like the range was
I
like
would've-
from. It was like from.
I would
like,
have thought the
point-
belly flop would be more destructive.
No, the faster you go, more damage.
Oh, yeah.
So I'll summon a flying one, just be like, so, hello. Maybe wondering why I called you here today.
Hello, my child. Allow me to provide my divine
Hello.
services.
Love it. Okay.
So,
So,
I'll explain like, hey, so we're gonna need a favor from you. It's gonna hurt a lot, but it's
Very
probably
briefly.
gonna save Greylock and by extension, the Temple of Yunelin. We're We're just gonna need you to fall in a specific place.
Okay.
And just let us transform you into a plesiosaur and get you really big.
Hey.
Well, I have questions, but that is the god's place.
Doesn't have any questions. Again, it's the celestial servant of a chaotic deity who is just told to go and make a big ass explosion.
Like fun.
Yeah, I don't think it would have any issue with that.
Okay. Cool. So
Yeah.
So before you do that, we got to do this quickly in succession because I think Davynn's the only one. Davynn and Lily are the only ones that can cast enlarge.
Enlarge,
and
I'm
you guys
pretty
have
sure.
to name.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're gonna have to drop one and then drop the other because
We have
you
to
have to
move.
maintain
Yeah.
concentration.
Oh,
All right,
what about
Lana.
telepathic link? Does that require
No,
concentration?
we have to. We
No,
can't.
that
We
doesn't.
can't do them back to back. We just don't have enough people who can cast because you have to. We're gonna have to hold concentration until it hits the ground.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
So cast one, let it drop. Maybe fly high so that like the rocks flying back up don't hit us.
I mean, I'm gonna ready enlarge reduce for when polymorph hits. So, you know.
Yeah.
It was enlarge reduce. Yeah, I don't have it. Yeah, for some reason I thought I might have had it.
Fundamentally, we
range.
have 2 people who can cast each of polymorph and enlarge reduce, but they overlap, and we need 2 people concentrating at all times. And there's only 3 people in the group. So
Didn't Hildreth also have enlarge reduce?
I think we left Hildreth on the ground.
Yeah, he'll just
Yeah.
on the ground.
Yeah.
Look,
Okay.
it'll be 10 seconds. They're not going to have enough time to prepare for that.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, I mean, who's gonna expect a second one?
You guys are gonna need a minute. Well, I mean, there's gonna be delay no matter what because you got to figure out how to make the fire elemental work while you're up there as well.
It won't be hard. Okay, let's go.
All right. Go for it.
3, 2, 1, go!
All right. So spells fire off in succession as the plesiosaur bomb begins to fall. A moment or two later. Yeah. Maybe a little bit. Moment or two later, there is a massive explosion on the ground.
All right. Fire elemental now. Drop the second
Okay,
one.
move. We've got to move over the supplies. We're not dropping it on the same spot.
We're
And
moving
yeah,
over like 100 feet.
gonna grab a polymorph off Lily and summon a fire elemental.
All right.
Totally
you-
fine.
Use your gem. Summoning a fire elemental.
This one can still actually can't resist this. Rules is written, though I would understand if it did.
Only the enlarge.
All right.
Which, yeah, it's not going to make, so. Okay.
Plesiosaur 2.
So, Plesiosaur number 2, before the aftershocks of the first one have even subsided, Plesiosaur number 2 is hurtling towards the ground. Xylund, from your position in the already somewhat shaky sewer system,
Well, maybe I should have thought this through a little more.
even you can feel the shocks in the bricks and cobblestones as you walk around. You see dust falling from several locations as the the aftershocks of the attack do reach Greylock, at least the outskirts of it, and the connecting waterways. Down below, of course, there is just chaos and carnage to the highest degree. Buildings obviously destroyed. Tents didn't stand a chance. There's the sound of alarms. There's the sound of men screaming, rushing around. The clank of metal. Like it's just bedlam. Absolute bedlam.
And then the second one hits.
Well, yeah. Yeah. It continues the trend. The entire encampment is, of course, awakened by this, and emergency mode is definitely in effect as people try to ascertain exactly what just happened and what the hell this thing is. And yeah, it's just a madhouse down below. Just a massive confusion and death and screaming and fire. It's not good.
Yeah. No.
No.
But they're crippled.
Oh, yeah. You guys definitely did a number. You can see from your vantage point, huge swaths, especially in the center of the camp, are just decimated. Just buildings pushed into the ground, tents pushed into the ground. The shock that rolled from the impact has knocked down even more buildings and tents. The more solid buildings, where obviously their supplies were kept, are just gone. They clearly had some sort of explosives, or at least explosive ingredients, because it has caused several fires to break out where those buildings were hit. So yeah.
All right, we should probably make our way to the supply routes.
I feel like we should just like retire.
Yeah, maybe. We just like, I feel very bad, but also
the heroes of Greylock.
Yay! And again,
this one's gonna
Xylund,
make for a great play, I'm sure.
No.
Xylund, from
Nope.
your perspective, you can even hear, there are people in the sewer now. You can hear the splash of water echoing, and just a babble of voices all overlapping one another.
Where
Yeah,
are they coming from?
They're coming from outside of Greylock. They're coming from the side of the encampment. So
Well,
there's
this is gonna
probably
get
people
dark.
trying to escape.
I draw my sword.
All right.
You let us know that?
No.
Oh, okay.
So as you stand in the crumbling waterways.
I mean, I let them know that people are coming towards me, but I don't tell them that I'm drawing my sword.
Oh, okay.
Do you need an assist?
It's gonna take a while for us to get down there.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
gonna say
Sure.
you would have to get there pretty quick.
I should be fine.
Okay, just lay low and don't get hurt or something.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sure that's what Simon's thinking.
Uh-huh.
So this cacophony of voices grows ever closer, and it's hard to tell how many there are because of the echoes and the splashes of water.
Okay, well, I'll try to use the echoes to my advantage and start making horrible screeching noises to intimidate them.
Okay, make a performance check, please.
Okay. Doo-doo-doo. What did I get? Oh, that's not good.
Rawr, I am a big scary monster.
Grr, rah, grr. Rah. Turn
Okay.
around.
Well, actually, I've
rah.
got something else I can do.
All right.
Let me just. Oh, I've got a belt of giant strength. These guys are fucked.
Yeah.
Unless they're anti-magic dudes, yes.
You got seconds. Anything else?
Oh, no, yeah, I do. I've got these ivory goats. I'm just trying to figure out how they work. Yeah, okay. So I'm going to take out my ivory goats and summon this goat of terror, which is a giant goat, and I will ride it, and as soon as I get on its back, it radiates a zone of terror for 30 feet. What?
Jesus Christ.
Any creature hostile to me that starts its turn in the aura must succeed on a DC 15 Wisdom saving throw or be frightened of the goat for 1 minute.
Okay.
I'll just pop this into the chat.
Okay. A giant goat.
And my dragon helm is obviously on as well.
Oh my gosh.
I think I put in some kind of voice modulation thing into it, didn't I?
Yeah, you did.
Okay, I'll make my voice boom. Fuck off, Orem!
Dear God, that would be terrifying. Imagine just like having your entire city bomb being like, oh God, we gotta run for safety, and then just being
And then
met
run
in a
into
dark sewer.
Alright, so astride your goat of terror with your voice booming out. The cacophony of voices rushes towards you, even more like maddened and confused now. And as they round the corner and see you and your goat of terror, it is a group of about half a dozen people. Appears to be all men. One younger boy, probably 15, 16. They look pretty banged up. It doesn't look like all of them were in uniform. Some of them are only half dressed in uniform. The boy doesn't even have his clothes on. He's still sort of in his night clothes. But they come spinning around the corner, freaked out, and then see you on your goat of terror. Letting you know the kid's gone immediately. He just turns tail and runs back the other direction, just without another word. While the men, the ones that have at least gotten somewhat battle ready, kind of fumble a little bit as if they're going to fight you, but that lasts all of about 5 seconds. And
Yeah,
as
we'll
soon
boom.
as
Go back. Only hell awaits you here.
as you boom your commands out to them, yeah, they give up. Torches dropped, hissing in the water, and they just turn tail. Where they're going, where they ended up, it's hard to say. But your little corner of the sewers is now safe.
Okay, I will patrol the sewers on my goat of terror and try to drive everyone I encountered back towards the encampment.
All right.
Christ.
How long does your goat of terror last?
3 hours.
3 hours. And it can't be used for 30 days. Oh, and its horns are weapons. Oh my lord. That's awesome. That's hilarious.
That's amazing.
I'm sure Xana, my gentle gnome goddess, is
Yeah,
smiling.
I'm sure. I'm sure. You're doing her proud today.
It's creative.
You paid some more.
Isn't that the true spirit creativity?
Yeah.
I think you need to go back into your pupa and think about what you did.
I didn't drop anything on anyone. I am more innocent than anyone else here.
Are you goat of terror? Are you?
I think Xylund is actually among the more innocent half of the party at this point.
Maybe in this particular plan, but he did scare survivors who were probably just looking for help.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I mean, but this is how you break morale, though.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, okay.
You end the war before it even starts.
I think we started it.
Yeah. All right.
Start the war before it ends, apparently.
Oh Lord, help us all. Okay, so clearly, shit has hit the fan on a humongous scale, or gargantuan scale, if you will. The Orem encampment is just completely madcap. There's, they are scrambling. Now, of course, it does not take long for news to travel to Greylock. That stuff has been going down. And the city has begun to react to the attack, the blatant attack on the Orem encampment. Which means that the conclave has been called.
Which means that we need to go, right? Yeah, dinosaur fell from the sky. How did that happen?
Yeah. That's not exactly the story that's going around because, you know, your average man on the street doesn't know what a plesiosaur is. But yeah, the town crier is going crazy about, you know, a magical attack upon the Orem encampment, and you know, yeah, conclave's been called. The ruling council is being assembled. Yeah, just shit's gone bad. The average person is kind of wary about it. Like, obviously, it's a big topic of conversation in the street. But it has the Templars and the other church military a little more nervous. As you might expect.
What could possibly be making someone nervous right now?
So yeah, that's what's going on in Greylock.
So I also didn't consider the fact that they might be like, see, this is why we can't trust mages.
Yeah. Well, I considered it. That's why we can't run away. We got to stand up for ourselves and stick around and, you know, tell them about the plot. Like, they weren't going to listen to us before, but now...
The alternative was we get a drink of water in 2 days and drop dead, so like...
Yeah. But if we run away, then we look guilty. I mean, we did the thing, but...
We are guilty, but we might as well
set up like water We did ask like the temples to set up water purification last session. Like, that was one of the things that we did.
That's remarkably proactive about us. Maybe we should put a skywrite up about that.
Or at least we talked about that. I don't know if we actually did it though.
We consulted with the Keller Ellenval people, didn't we?
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
We told them we were going to be, you know, doing some shit, I think.
You did not tell them your plan. No.
No, I don't think we...
I don't think we warned anybody.
No.
We just did it.
And that was it.
Yeah, you told Cat.
They were aware of how dire the situation was, though, so maybe this won't seem insane to them.
No, it will. But we should just go and see what's waiting for us.
Yeah, so far, again... Go ahead.
Cat, who was captured and tortured by them for, like, weeks on end, thought this was a little aggressive.
Why are we hearing all these second thoughts now?
I'm not regretting what we did. I'm just going through the possible.
Okay, so are you saying that we should flee?
No, we shouldn't flee. Take responsibility.
Davynn, what do you think?
I don't think we should flee. I think we should let people know what was happening and say that this was the only option to avert killing a bunch of people.
We did kill a bunch of people.
Killing a bunch of innocent people. More innocent people.
That one boy in the sewers was like 15.
Anyway, let's go see what happens when we announce that we started war without talking or warning anybody.
I say we let them come to that conclusion. We don't offer that information like right away, but we'll see.
Yeah, maybe we shouldn't come forward as the people who did it quite yet.
We'll play it by ear.
I think they will figure it out. Because, like, who else? Who else is that level of chaotic?
Like I said, we'll just play it by ear. We'll see.
Were you guys going back to the city, or were you going to go drop?
Yeah, where are you guys going?
Oh God. Should we go back to the council, or should we go like try to ambush the supply lines while they're still in chaos?
I have a better much worse plan, which is that we probably need to have two fronts on this, because we want to be watching for anyone who might get into the town, and we also really should probably go talk to the leadership of Greylock. So we could split the party.
I feel like actually that is probably the best idea.
Because, like, if some suspicious-looking dude with a whole bunch of poison-looking vials starts making a break for the wall, well, we gotta do shit.
All right.
We've got Hildreth on lookout for that still, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So who's doing what? Because I have no patience for the council right now.
As much as I would enjoy camping out outside the walls, I should probably put Lana's like plus 40 charisma to use.
It's probably a good idea. I can potentially go to the council as well, just because we need a couple people there. And then if things get really, really bad, like they're gonna be trying to arrest us or some shit, we can at least try to get out.
Like looking at what just happened, I really hope they'll be smart enough to not try that. Like, I think we just made a very good demonstration of why that's a bad idea.
Do you want me to come with? I mean, I'm not sure what I would add.
With the Goat of Terror.
Yeah, I
think
I might be more useful down here right now.
Yeah, I gotta agree with that.
So I think just Lana and I go, and then everybody else goes down to the sewers and tries to find... Yeah, except Hildreth. And then tries to weasel out supply lines or stop people from coming in and poisoning the water.
I mean, let people flee if they're, like, unarmed and running away. We want them to scatter, not rally back.
Well, we want them to scatter outwards, though, not into Greylock.
I'm not there. You'll figure it out.
Yeah.
So, just Lana and I will go to the council then.
Okay.
We'll
So everyone else,
So bad.
other than Hildreth, is gonna go down to the sewers and keep watch.
I believe so.
Okay. All right.
Actually, while you guys are up there, how decimated is the camp?
Oh, it's fucked.
Could we just wander in there and pick around and see if we can find the butcher's remains? Like, how many people are alive up there?
And it's not decimated to that point.
Okay.
Again,
Well, that's
there's
probably a bad idea.
quite a lot of death and quite a lot of destruction, but the bulk of the forces are still there. So it still won't be a cakewalk to get in there. You might be able to sneak in while people are still freaking out, but again, these guys are highly trained military. They're gonna fall back on their protocols pretty quickly and get their shit together. So you have a window, but it's a pretty small window.
Did you want to? I mean, this is probably a terrible idea, but did you want to take advantage of that window, Davynn?
To try to take out the butcher?
Just to see if you can see if we got him, I guess.
I think it's not a bad idea to do some reconnaissance. They're probably not going to be checking identities so much. So,
right, but you'd have to be like really fast, like pretty much in and out.
I'm pretty fast. I can sprint.
Does anyone else want to veto this idea?
I don't like him going into the encampment, but I feel like if we have like uniforms or something, he could probably sneak in, and this would be the time to do it.
Do we have uniforms?
No.
This could have worked. I mean, we could have spent a bit more time on this plan.
I will remind you that you do know for a fact that they have anti-magic sensors.
Okay, so let's not do that. Just come down to the sewers and we'll do our best down here.
All right, sounds good.
All right. So Davynn and Xylund and Lily will keep the sewers safe from refugees. And Kern and Lana, are you just going to go to the conclave? Just directly?
Yeah, we should probably just go to the conclave immediately.
Okay.
Be like, oh, we were sleeping in. Ha ha ha
Ha ha ha. Well, as you can imagine, especially the old section, the old town of Greylock, is freaking out. Again, the kind of the outskirts, not as much. It's definitely seems busier and buzzier as you go through it, but not nearly the level of panic that there seems to be in the older part of the city where all the churches are located. And yeah, the conclave itself is just there's a huge level of freak out going on, to the point where no one even questions when you go inside. You're able to walk through the opening galley. No one pays any attention to you. They're all running around. They're all having moments. There's quite a number of people with, swords and looking kind of battle ready, which you didn't see the last time you were at the Conclave.
Yeah.
But
Obviously, this is an attack by Orem on Orem.
they're here now. But you can make your way to the back, to the actual council chamber. The pages there will let you in. Again, they don't really even ask at this point. Everyone who's in armor seems super upset, and everybody who's not seems super scared. So they do let you into the kind of the meeting hall, the actual interior conclave, where just about all the different church heads have arrived in their positions and are arguing loudly.
Kern, clarifying this again.
What?
Did we have a justification that we can pitch? Because I have already lost it.
Let's see. let's think. I feel like we would have.
Okay. I feel like we were reasonably confident that someone among this group is in cahoots with Orem, right?
2 of the 3 people that are running the council.
So if we had warned them, then they would have warned Orem.
Yeah.
That's the justification that we will pitch for why we didn't warn them.
And nobody was taking the threat of poisoning seriously. So
And we did bring that to their attention?
I feel like we did. We asked them to look into the supply chain stuff, and they were like, "Oh yeah, nothing of it." We didn't really get very much from that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair.
So our reasoning is going to be,
you suck, so it's fine that we dropped bombs on your behalf.
there was an imminent threat
This is
of
true.
the water supply being poisoned. They're going to ask for proof. We don't really have proof. We have, the trials done on, I don't know. We do have records of stuff being shipped in massive quantities. And we have details from scouts of them being spotted in the sewers, right?
I think Kat is currently asleep, but I was thinking.
Yeah, and
we can bring her in later.
You do realize Kat is a sprung prisoner at this point as well.
But that's part of the bad thing that we were fighting against, was that she was being tortured and stuff.
Yeah, but a surprising number of people were on board with that.
Well, they shouldn't have been.
I agree.
Maybe you should bring her in while she's still looking all, tortured.
I think we should let Kat sleep, also because I don't remember where we left her.
Well, you left her in Karak. That's where
No,
we were all...
she's in Keller.
Oh, right.
She's with Keller Ellenball.
Oh, yeah, that's right, because she didn't like Karak.
She doesn't like Karak.
Shit. Okay. Well, we don't want her to look too good before we bring her before the conclave.
I think she's going to take some time to look decent.
Rude.
All right. There was an imminent threat, and we needed to disrupt their supply lines and
or else Greylock was going to get poisoned.
Deal with the butcher encampment that was producing said poison.
And we had complete faith that if we had informed them, then he would have been warned.
Yes.
Which we can't prove, but we're going to go with.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
I mean, it's shaky, but it's better than what we had before.
To be honest, it's a narrative that we can then spill out, even if they don't buy it, to the general populace, which we might need depending on where this goes. Oh, you were about to get poisoned and your leaders were going to sit by and let it happen.
Oh shit! Wasn't that part of the plan? Weren't we going to spend
What
the
was
day
part of the
before we
plan?
did this spreading that narrative?
Oh yeah, and
And then we
didn't.
forgot. Fuck. That was a crucial part of the
It's not
plan.
my fault. I wasn't there for making the plan.
We were gonna have Lana and
too caught
Davynn.
up in the math, guys.
Lana and Davynn were gonna go out and spread the story to all the oh my god. We were gonna get Stanley to work it into his puppet productions and shit, I think.
Well, to be fair, if we'd done that, then Orem would have also gotten advance warning. So we can hope that some benefit came from us not doing that. And that's how we'll view it in hindsight, because we definitely didn't just plain forget.
Oh fuck.
Sorry.
Did you miss us, Erie?
I'm fine.
I was too busy worrying how to do it. I never asked if I should do it.
Oh my goodness. All right. As Kern and Lana make their way inside the conclave chamber, they're definitely noticed by the justice, the head of the Grennan Church, who runs the conclave. She calls out to you two, and calls you forward, ignoring the raucous arguments that are going on all around her. That's exactly who I needed to see. We were about to send for you. I assume you've heard of the attack.
Yes. Yes, we've heard of it.
We're still trying to figure out exactly what's going on. Reports are still fairly scattered. I guess the Orem delegation is coming to visit so that we can see if we can figure this out together. I would appreciate you being there as a representative of Karak itself. If you wouldn't mind.
All right, no time for telepathic communication.
Oh my god, what do we do? Do we tell them? Do we lie?
I mean, if they think that we're acting on behalf of Nasali, that's gonna open a whole new fucking can of worms.
Yeah. I can say, I'd rather not be associated with Karak right now. No. This is still telepathic. Let's be the light thinking.
We're just like staring at her wordlessly.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's just say something to the effect like, I don't think it's wise that we would be representing Her Grace
Nice.
in this trying time. It might give the wrong impression
Right time.
that we're speaking for her.
Sure.
Yeah,
go with
yeah.
that.
Let's go with that. Let's go with that. Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
We will attend.
Oh my god,
but
they don't know.
I don't believe that it would be wise to have us as ambassadors of Karak, because that would imply that we are speaking for Her Grace.
Justice kind of looks at you sideways. Well, we need someone to speak for Her Grace.
Get Cat in there. Then.
I don't think Kat is. I don't think hauling her to this conversation is the best optics.
Well, we can try to talk with her and get her out of her funk. Or try to talk to her and see if she will respond. Does that sound like a good idea? I
Start-
can't pass this ball to
Okay, so if
above her as long as possible.
if we avoid the elephant in the room, what's going to happen is that our delegation's going to show up. They're going to point at us and say they did it, and then we're going to have to deal with it then. It's now or later.
So should we just be like, have gathered information on said attack, and just leave it at that. That needs to be discussed prior to
Prior to this
delegation.
meeting. Yeah.
With Orem.
Especially because any group of them coming in opens the door to the poisoning situation.
Yeah. That's what I'll go with. It's like, prior to this meeting, we have gathered some information that the council needs to know before Orem does.
Well, then we'll convene the council right away, and you can give your information.
Okay. All right.
She steps out of her chair and signals to both the High Protector and the Mystic of Darelai to follow her, as well as you two, leading you off into a separate, smaller chamber.
Is this all the churches? Like the heads of all the churches?
The heads of all the churches are in the big room. Yeah, they're all there. They're all yelling at each other.
Okay.
So she has peeled off the High Protector and the Mystic.
Oh no, this is not the group that we want to do this in front of.
Well, this is who she thought you met.
We want to do this.
This is the ruling council. The ruling council is the High Protector of Hildreth, the Mystic of Darelai, and the Ambassador. That's the ruling council.
We need like just the heads of the churches in there, nobody else.
Oh, well, that's all. That's who you had walking into the conclave. You have all the heads of churches in there. They're all just yelling at each other. So the justice was speaking to you specifically because
maybe
the rest of them weren't paying attention. Okay.
Maybe we just do we want to do it here and try to get them silenced?
How many of the people in this room won't immediately lose their shit at us?
Probably about half versus the 2, maybe 3 in the other room. Like almost all of them will lose their shit at us.
All right, we can start here and then I don't know.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, so you want to address the conclave as a whole?
I want to address the conclave as a whole. Yeah.
All right, so the justice does her best to quiet everyone, and obviously points to you two and says that they have additional information that would be prudent to hear at this time before we meet with the delegation of Orem. And then just kind of nods at you while everyone else settles in their seat and finishes whatever sentence they had.
Oh dear God, this is gonna be great. This is gonna be fucking awesome.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Expectant eyes lay upon you.
All right. So we start with laying out Orem's plans.
Yeah. The imminent, immediate, well-credited plan to bioterror the city.
So we'll start with a couple months ago, you brought to this conclave's attention the fact that Orem was procuring poisonous herbs and testing them on one of our very own, one of the captain of the guards, Cat, or Captain Liz. It's been so long I don't remember her last name.
Leah
Farah.
Of course,
Since then,
once that sentence gets out, even before you hit sentence number 2,
yeah.
the High Protector pipes up, demanding proof. The Justice seems to agree with him. There are a couple of other, the leader of the Firefather Church, as well as the leader of the Essen Church, all begin asking more muted questions about proof. But it's really the High Protector that goes into high gear.
We do have actual proof that they're bringing this stuff in.
Had substantial action been taken when we first brought up this issue, we may have, with all of your resources, you may have been able to find something more concrete.
but we do have that. We do have that, like that physical proof, I believe. Like I said, it's been a long time.
It has been 2 months.
Even before that, like I think we were getting some from Gale. We got some from Sprinkles.
I know we got a pile of papers at some point that were pretty concerning, but I
We
don't
got
remember
stuff-
when,
we got
where, or
stuff from-
why.
I feel like we got stuff from Stanley as well. Like
You got, yeah, you've gotten bits and pieces of information.
Yeah.
But really not enough to turn into the conclave.
Yeah.
It's always been, like even the herbs that were secured, because Stanley did confirm that they did stop a shipment. There was some weird shit in it. They don't know what it does. They don't know how it works. They're not really sure if it's dangerous or not. And Lily looked into it too. And it was one of those where, well, yeah, it could be if it was used in a certain combination, but you never really had anything substantial.
Okay. We have those things. We have records of that
Preponderance
stuff.
of evidence. That's enough for civil court, right?
This was the case. In addition, communications with Cat. I'm going through this in the mind beforehand at light speed because
Right.
thoughts. And say that in addition to the effects on Captain Lilifera, where did we find out that they were like trying to poison the water supply?
I have no idea.
God.
Do you remember, Ari?
Yeah.
You're gonna have to help us.
Oh.
Oh, sorry.
No, that was mostly a cat thing.
Cat and Gale, right?
Yeah, between Cat and Gale, because Gale was working for Cat. So yeah, between Cat and Gale, they had pieced that together, that was the plan. But neither of them really had any evidence. Cat obviously was in no position to get any evidence,
Right.
and Gale was trying to use his contacts through his brother, but hadn't really gotten anywhere. And then he was put on lockdown.
Yeah. So we can say we had a source within the Orem camp that we cannot disclose for the sake of their safety. Potentially. That this combination of herbs was going to be used to poison the water supply.
Imminently.
We also discovered that Orem had been using the Greylock tunnels beneath the city to sneak in to the city to run experiments on Captain Lilifera
And more critically, they
and
had
scout
access
out
to... Yeah.
and scout out infiltration routes into the city.
They had full and effective access to the inner city.
Additionally, we have gotten information from the Argent Order that put an alchemical... There was an alchemical lab, like, somewhere in there, right? Like, we got that confirmed, correct? By Sprinkles?
Yeah.
Sprinkles.
Yeah. There was an alchemical lab in the Orem camp at the time. Well, so, doing all this, we did bring up to some members of the conclave here that we should start having water filtration systems put throughout the city. However, this threat was imminent, and due to the vastness of the underground tunnels, we had no timeline on when this would happen, particularly since we ambushed a Orem, an Orem contingent in the sewers last night who were trying to sneak into the city. All right, now back to telepathy. Is this when we drop the bomb, so to speak?
I think so.
So,
with the full awareness that any attempt to inform the Greater Council as a whole would have led to that information reaching Orem before we had time to act, we acted.
For the protection of Greylock itself, we acted, yes.
You acted?
Yes.
So the entire conclave just explodes again with, oh my lord, the justice is like,
displeased, perhaps?
She's trying super hard to maintain that composure, but yeah, she's a little white-knuckled right now as she grips the sides of her chair. High Protector is just getting livid. And he's definitely the loudest of the group, although, you know, the head of the Firefather Church is kind of keeping pace. But yeah, there's a lot of shouting. Quite a bit of it from Rildis, along the lines of, you know, who are you to make that decision, and who are you to make these claims, and who are you to you know, start a war without proof, and are we gonna let some ragtag misfits
choke and die
representing the ill and addle-pated Mistress of Greylock decided on a whim? Do they now have unilateral decisions? Yeah, it's not great. He's definitely not pleased. A lot of the other churches are kind of getting his back a little bit. Yeah,
and it's not a good look to like actually support us now.
No,
even if they are like, yeah, we see where you're coming from.
Yeah, the words unilateral get thrown out a lot. Treason gets thrown out a lot.
That's fair.
Yeah, there are some of the leaders are a little quieter. The ones that have traditionally been in your favor, like the Sage of Keller Ellenval, is very quiet right now.
Rethinking their choices.
The Seer of Italine is a little quiet right now.
Don't want to commit political suicide right now.
It's hard. It's hard. Because even some of the, what would be considered the gentler churches, like Zena or Essen, while they don't seem to be angry at you specifically, they are expressing a lot of concerns about basically the havoc that you just created. You know, they're talking about refugees, and they're talking about the injured, and they're talking about the dead, and, you know, the loss of life.
How
and
did we do this?
Because it was the quickest way to save the city.
So, yeah, there's a lot of calls for your head.
Yeah, that's fair.
A lot of pleas directly to the justice that you guys should be incarcerated. You guys should be arrested.
We should. We very much should be arrested.
And the justice is trying to keep her head in the midst of what is, you know, basically a minor riot that has broken out in her conclave.
Do you still have recall, Kern, just in case this does become an actual riot, so we don't have to fight our way out?
Yeah, I let them know that we might need to be heading to the ship really soon.
Cool, because I think it would be really bad if we had to tear our way out. Like,
yeah, especially just the two of us. Yeah.
I mean, I think we'd be okay, but I think a lot of people would get hurt.
No, I mean, these are all like 20th level like heads of churches.
On second thought, we'll die.
Yeah.
Should we start heading that way now then, or?
We can't.
I think essentially what we need to say is, yes, we acted unilaterally, But that was only because we believe that members of this conclave here do not have Greylock's best intentions at heart.
Oh
And-
my god.
Well, this is
This is telepathy or is that loud?
Telepathy.
Okay.
We definitely need to stress that
Yeah, you need to tell them that
We-
like we had nowhere to
we-
turn. Because
we knew that information from here was going to Orem. I think we did know that, right?
Yeah, we did. We knew that the Wilderness was allowing the butcher into the city to experiment on Cat. Like
So
they're
we-
in league. They're in cahoots.
We know that they were in league. We know that anything that was announced to the council would have been delivered directly to them. And that would allow them to take precautions to poison their entire city.
Or
And
draw
we
it
already
out.
had the
Or
butcher
draw
on
a
us.
war out until reinforcements could arrive.
Yeah. And we did warn them about the poisoning, and they didn't act on it for months.
Yeah.
And we tried to take care of the problem by taking out the butcher, but all we did was warn him that we knew of. What
We
he
won't
was
tell
up
them
to.
about that part.
Well, I'm just saying that there was a serious time crunch situation. Like we didn't have time to navigate the corrupt system. That
The
they've
law
got
of
going here.
appropriate escalation. We must be mucked up, so we were allowed to drop bombs.
Yeah, maybe leave out the us mucking up part.
Yeah, I don't think that will help us right now.
So I think
But we
The
we
la-
can't leave this room without saying at least that piece.
it'll be like, was the loss of life horrible, tragic? Yes. But we did what we did, protect Greylock. We warned this conclave months ago about this potential poisoning. We saw that the threat was imminent, and we could not trust that this conclave would not leak information to Orem.
We have had confirmation with our own eyes several times that information was being taken directly from here to Orem.
I feel like if we straight call out Rildis, like, this turns into a fight immediately instead of everybody just, like, arguing.
I feel like everyone who's like even remotely inclined to side with us probably already knows who we're referring to, so we don't have to like say it.
As I, like, just stare down the High Protector as I'm saying this.
Poor person.
I mean, like, that's about as close as we're going to get without, like, straight up calling them out.
Yeah.
Ah, God, where was I?
I don't know.
Yeah.
This was such a bad idea.
It's gonna change the dynamics, yeah.
Let's say.
All right.
However, did what we did for the protection of Greylock so that it didn't get drawn out into a long war where you would not only have to be fighting Orem, but having to fight an internal plague of illness brought about by water poisoning.
So the justice kind of looks you up and down. And again, the room is still, like, even as you're speaking, they're all talking on top of you. To each other, to you, to the justice.
Oh my god, what have we done?
Yeah,
Yep.
it is chaos. But the justice finally gets everyone to shut the hell up. Puts her fingers to her temples for a moment. Breathes. And looks at you as you know, solidly as she possibly can, although this is probably the closest to furious you've ever seen her.
Yep.
Yeah. While I can appreciate your dedication to Greylock, we are a nation of rules and laws. And without solid evidence presented in a fair manner, we cannot condone your actions. We
We know.
cannot shield you from the repercussions of your actions.
Ship?
Nope, not yet. Hold on.
No, I'm saying like go to the ship now. Everybody else,
Yeah.
go to the ship. Go to the ship. Go to the ship now.
All right. We'll start heading
Okay.
towards the ship.
hey, can I just offer a mic drop line real quick for whoever's in that room?
Sure,
Lana,
I'll vocalize it for you.
Okay, cool. Just say that we understand that they cannot shield us from the consequences of our actions, but also understand that we will no longer be able to shield them from the consequences of their inaction.
Ooh.
I will voice that.
I think
Although
we
we
should
probably
say that
will.
as I do Word of Recall.
No, okay, then we'll
Actually-
hold it. I want to see what she finishes saying
Oh yeah.
before we just fuck off.
We can't just fuck off, though. They think we're acting on behalf of Nasali. Their next step, if we fuck off, is to go into Karak and put her on trial or some shit.
Let's let her finish talking, and then we'll figure out what we're doing next.
Cannot shield you from your repercussions. Should the Orem delegation require justice, we will not keep them from it. You'll have to be stripped of your assignment, your privileges, and your citizenship.
We understand.
I only hope that your actions, well intended as you seem to think they were, I only hope it hasn't driven us into something we cannot get out of. I know better than to try and hold you, given who you are. So I will let you leave, but I bid you not to come back.
Sir, Noel, do you want to drop the thing?
I mean, I'm not going to repeat it. That would be silly, but Lana will say it.
Okay, do your line. All right.
Michael gets to say it.
I mean, I'll say it again, I guess.
You have to say
In
it.
Lana's
It was
voice.
good.
Then
Oh god.
we understand, but we're not going to be able to shield you from the consequences of your inaction any longer either.
And of course, the room just explodes. As people start shouting at you, start shouting at each other. Thankfully, no one is reaching for weapons. Mostly
than that.
because the Conclave doesn't allow them.
We are the weapon.
We go grab Cat and then just fucking get on the ship. And
You guys go grab
might
Kat.
be-
I'm heading to
it-
Karak.
yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
that's what I was about to say.
All right.
All
I'll
right,
go
and then
get
we'll all
Cat.
meet up at the ship.
Davin,
Yep,
do you want to
and
come
figure
to
out-
Karak or go to the ship?
I'll go, I guess, to Karak, yeah.
Hildreth, now that you're here, you were with me and Davin in the sewers.
Nice.
We were saving the city from refugees.
That sounds.
When you say it like that, you sound like evil people.
It sounds like we work for the Trump administration.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, he was the wall for a little while. Yeah.
Well, it was a morally gray area. I'll say that much. But anyway, we're going to do a good thing now. Do you want to go to Karak or do you want to go to this ship?
I'll go to this ship. Karok sounds scary.
Okay.
Oh, you're gonna go get your sister?
Oh shit, she's there too. I guess I better get her.
Oh my god.
Well, nobody knows that she. Yeah, this is about to go into a huge war, so we should probably.
Pretty much get
Are we
everyone we care
baddies?
about.
I think we're the baddies.
Yeah, I want to believe that we sacrificed like 3 years of goodwill built up in Karak to like save the city from just getting completely overrun. That's what I want to believe.
And if we just tell ourselves that hard enough,
It'll be
if
fine.
it be
I think-
true.
I think we'd be in a much better position if we hadn't forgotten to get that groundswell of popular support.
Yeah,
behind
that
us
was
before we
a-
committed to this.
That was an error.
Because we were kind of relying on that.
I was just assuming that you guys came up with a good plan last session.
Nah.
We
That
did.
was a
We just forgot
that
how
was a
That-
dangerous assumption, Mike.
I know. It's to be fair, it's been a while since we played, so I
Yeah.
forgot.
It has.
But the plesiosaur was the important part.
Yes, dropping the
That was the
plesiosaur was
exciting part.
the important part.
That's my real punishment for being late. I missed.
I
out on
know,
the
you missed the
plesiosaur.
plesiosaurs. Two,
Tell me
there were
it was-
two.
Tell me they were glorious.
Well, we immediately felt guilty for doing it, so
Like we're in the immediate regret stage.
we
Anytime,
felt
like,
guilty
we
for
can be
planning
late.
it, so I'm not surprised.
Okay, so who's going where?
I'm gonna go get Kat because I don't think we want to leave her in the city right now.
We're going to Karak, me and Xylund.
Okay. Kern, you going to the ship?
Yeah, I got to go to the ship to get it all ready and ready to go.
All right. And Hildreth, where would you like to go? The ship? You said.
Yeah, Hildreth was going to the ship.
All right. We'll just say Lily's going to go to the ship too.
I don't know what the effect of me trying to take Nasali out of Karak is going to be.
Oh, that's
Yeah. Nasali has never left Karak Castle. She doesn't ever leave it.
You guys might have to leave without me.
You're going to stay in the castle?
Given the choice
Oh.
between abandoning Nasali or, I mean, yeah. I mean, I'll try to take her out, but if I can't, I guess I'm staying.
All right.
Ugh.
It was a cheese. Okay. So, first things first. Lana, go get Kat, who is at the Temple of Kellar Ellenval. Having a nap. No idea what's going on.
Feel no need
Just-
to wake her up and inform her. Let's go.
Just snoozing away. You're just gonna walk her out? You're gonna have to
More
wake
or
her up.
less. Yeah, that's fair. Come on, Kat.
Oh yeah, you still have your go terror. That just cracks me up. All right. So Kat is now awake.
You don't even want to know. Just we're going.
Where are we going?
To the ship.
To the ship.
Yeah. You don't want to know.
Probably not.
No.
What happened?
So just keep walking.
What happened?
Well, we've been kicked out of the city and told not to come back, and they'll probably try to let Orem execute us. You know, normal stuff. Keep walking.
I can't leave the city. What are you talking about?
I don't think you understand how bad it's going to be if you stay right now.
Not for me. I didn't do anything.
You didn't do anything before, and they still tortured you for 6 months.
Orem did.
Yeah.
That's different.
Look, I can't stop you, but you also can't walk, so...
Exactly. So if
So
you
I can
kidnap
stop.
me,
If you want to stay here... I won't
can't
kidnap you,
leave here. What? Okay, slow down.
but we dropped... You know the thing we were talking
Yeah,
about?
the thing where you dropped
We
the
did
thing.
that.
You did that. Okay.
Yes. So that has happened.
That has happened. Well, then I definitely can't leave.
What are you
That-
planning to do?
Oh, well, you brought hell down on our doorstep. What do you think I'm gonna do?
Sleep some more?
Maybe. But after that,
More of the same?
no. We can't let the city go. I can't run away. I live here.
goddamn cat pulling at our heartstrings.
Yeah. For what it's worth, I don't think we're planning to just leave. This is a reconvening moment, and we would really appreciate your wisdom and thoughts on how to unfuck the giant mess that we just willfully and
Oh,
intentionally
now
made.
you want my thoughts.
Hey, we asked you before. We asked you before.
And what
We
did
woke
I
you up and
say?
everything.
Oh yeah? What did I say?
You didn't think
question
it was a
your
good idea, and then you gave us
tactics.
advice on how to do it.
I question your tactics. I still question your
That-
tactics. I can't help you unfuck
Yeah,
this.
there is no unfucking
there's- No, there is no unfucking this. If
Well-
you really dropped whatever's on the camp, if if you dented them enough, they'll come knock down this city.
Cool.
And it's going to take everything we have to stop them. These guys, they don't take no for an answer very well. And they would love nothing more than to add one more city to their collection. They've run out of places to capture on their own continent. Why do you think they're over here? Oh. So no.
I think I know what we need to do.
Kill them more?
No, we go to Freyhaven, become the biggest, baddest pirates there, get a whole bunch of pirate captains to pledge their loyalty to us, and then when Orym comes over from the other continent with a bunch of ships, we sink their ships before they even get here.
Thank you. Sorry, I have Kern in my head right now. That's why I keep staring off into the middle distance.
It's fine.
I won't make him move. Try not to die.
All right. I'll be here. Somewhere.
Do you want help going somewhere else? I don't know if this is the safest place right now.
I have survived this long. I'll survive a little longer. It sounds
Fair
like
enough.
you're the ones with prices on your heads, not me.
Yeah, they can try.
Hmm.
And they're
Well-
very good at it, so, see if I'll see you in a month.
Try not to, explode anybody
fine.
else until I see you again.
Yeah. We'll try.
All right. So Lana
Why did we do this?
Lana can make her way back to the boat. Xylund, are you still away? Yeah, I think he's away. Okay. So while we wait for Xylund, we will go to the docks where the rest of the crew is assembling for the ship. A small snag on that.
Been impounded.
Ship belongs to the diplomats. Ship belongs to the job. If you're not a citizen and you're not affiliated with Karak.
Has the paperwork been done yet?
Well, see, unfortunately you're dealing with the shipwright who got the information from a clerk of the temple who got their information obviously from the seer. So he's kind of stuck, and you can definitely tell. Like, he doesn't want to keep you from your ship. He's just been told he can't give you your ship.
Oh, so it's one of those things where we have to commit another crime and knock him out and steal the ship.
I think if we just pushed past him, he's not going to be dumb enough to do anything else. But I'm not there.
We
He
could
needs
pay him like
plausible
a
denial-
couple
he
gold
needs-
pieces so he can drop something and not see us go to the ship.
He really can't let you have your ship.
He needs plausible deniability, guys.
I mean, it's a beautiful ship, and he doesn't want to keep you from it, but technically, it belongs to the city.
You need to be a turtle for like a minute.
What?
I'm not there.
Like, there's clearly a pained expression on the man's face.
Like, I think I'll just be like, listen, you're gonna hear some bad stuff about us in the coming days.
He's nodding emphatically.
I think he already
Doing this
has.
to protect you. We did this to try to protect the city as best we could. It's going to get a whole lot worse before it gets better. And we will continue to help the city, although we have lost the official capacity to do so. You understand?
I hear what you're saying, but
I also know that you can't let us take this ship.
yeah, for one. For two, it looks like you're running away.
We're not. I'm not.
We're running away so far as we need Orym spreading their resources to try to find us. And we need to fuck their shit up more before they can call reinforcements to Greylock. You understand where I'm going? I know you can't let us have this.
I can't lose my job.
To the best, you will stop us to the best of your ability.
Mm-hmm.
Then we have no choice but to kill you while you're still alive, rip your skin from your flesh, peel your eyes out of your skull, and throw you screaming to the fish down below that will surely peel you apart little by little, and your last moments on this earth will be seeing the sunlight dim as you fall deeper into the water, and pains of 1,000 deaths end you.
Yeah, we're not going to do that.
Don't tell him that.
But you can't really get faulted for defending this to the best of your ability, right?
I suppose.
So I'm gonna wait until like we get our entire group ready or here before I just give them a nice bonk in the back of the head.
That is like 6 months in the neuro ICU.
Do we have sleepers? Do we have something that...
It's fantasy.
I know, but now that I'm in a hospital, it makes like my whole body tenses when I hear head injury.
But it's okay. He's part of a church. They'll heal him. He's fine. All right.
I will also relay this information to Iyith, who was just so that they know what's going on, so that we're not like actually running away and being cowardly. We're trying to live to fight another day on a different front.
On a different front.
Yes, that's what we're doing, Hildreth.
Yeah, you're gonna steal it. All right. So we will cut to Xylund, who apparently wants to go to Karak.
Davynn's coming with me, I think.
That is true.
Okay. All right. So you two can head to Karak Castle.
Okay. Yeah, we'll go through the sewers as far as possible, but when we have to, go above ground, I'll keep riding my Goat of Terror.
Okay.
Maybe we keep a lower profile while we're
at this point, fuck it.
Okay, fine. Can I at least ride with you?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
So now both of you are riding on the Goat of Terror through the streets of Old Greylock towards Castle Karak.
Yep.
This is fine. This is fine.
Yep, it's all good.
It's fine. You can still get into the door. It's not locked or anything.
Okay.
It's just as deserted as it was before.
Okay, I'll start shouting for Die.
Are you bringing the goat in?
An unfortunate name to be shouting.
Old Die can get close to you, I guess, and see your Goat of Terror.
It only radiates terror, I think, when I'm riding it. Unless I get off, but I'm leading it in.
Okay. Why are you bringing a goat in here?
Because it's a Goat of Terror, it radiates fear when I ride it. That's not important.
It's not important?
You need to get your shit, because we gotta go. Also, have you ever tried to take Nisali out of Karak?
No.
How do you think she'd respond to that?
Well, I don't know. I haven't been here that long, and she's not the best conversationalist.
Where is she now?
Oh, if I had to guess, she's probably in the storeroom.
All right, you grab your shit and...
No, why am I grabbing my stuff?
Because we gotta leave.
Why?
Davynn will fill you in. I'm gonna go talk to Nisali.
Davynn also doesn't know this is your sister, by the way.
I know.
Yeah, he has no idea.
Hello.
Hello?
I think I've met you before. It's been a while. Okay,
Yes. Okay.
cool. Basically, the city has been attacked for a long time. They were going to poison the water supply. We stopped them from poisoning the water supply.
Oh, by the way, don't tell her Never mind.
Okay.
I'll just keep going.
All right, I'll keep going. By dropping bombs on the Karak camp. Well, they weren't... Not Karak. On the Orem camp. They weren't really blobs, they were more giant dinosaurs. A dinosaur is an old lizard that used to live a very long time ago.
She's just staring at you.
And I'll give her the entire info dump. With a couple tangents to explain the specifics of what a plesiosaur is.
Uh-huh. So
we've been banished.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure. I don't know why Xylund wanted you with us.
Uh-huh. That's a good question.
That's apparently a thing. Are you two dating? Is that what's happening?
No. Gods, no.
Okay. Alright, that didn't seem right to me. Anyways, we're going. Apparently, Xylund wants you to come with us. Are you down to come with us? Because he kind of skips that sometimes.
I guess. Well, that's a lot of information. Why don't you stay here with the goat? And I will go in silent.
Okay, I can do that.
Right there. And she
Yep. I'll just sit there with the goat. So, how much of this plan were you in on from the beginning, goat friend? Yeah, me too.
Alright. Xylund, you do eventually find Nasali in his storeroom, as predicted. Painting. She clearly hasn't been awake terribly long because her painting isn't really all that started yet. She's only got one corner done. But she's completely oblivious to your presence.
Hey, Your Grace.
Just keeps finger painting. Her hair is a big rat's nest. Still in her nightgown. Her feet are black. It's hard to tell. She started in one of the top corners and she's just sort of working her way down. So it kind of looks like clouds or maybe smoke. It's just hard to see.
I poke her.
She reacts. I'd be like, she shudders, but she doesn't turn around.
All right. I wish there was a gentle way to do this, but we gotta go. How would you like to go for a boat ride?
Again, doesn't respond. If she hears you, she doesn't make any indication.
All right. Wait, I have an idea. Pretty sure. Let me just look. Start rummaging in my stuff. I have, yes, a packet of silver tea.
Are you drugging her?
Yes.
I think you can just pick her up.
Well, yeah, like she weighs 100 pounds soaking wet.
I know I can pick her up. I just don't want her to freak out when I do. So
Silver, in addition to dropping bombs, we're kidnapping the monarch.
I thought that was obvious.
I'm gonna go ahead and say giving her psychedelics is not the right choice.
No, silver tea is calming. I have blood moss, but I'm not.
Power Nenemeth given psychedelics.
I'm not giving her psychedelics. Silver tea. What? Tell them what silver tea.
Silver tea is a sedative. No, you're right. Silver tea is a sedative. It's not a psychedelic. It's a sedative.
You're drugging her with morphine and kidnapping her.
It's very mild.
It's not harmful. It's used almost exclusively recreationally. It's very very mild.
You do smoke, don't you?
To Xylund, everything's used recreationally, regardless of the effects.
That's true. I'll say for normal people, it's used as a recreational drug. Yeah, it's very calming.
You smoke it though, right?
You can smoke it or you can brew it. Either way.
We don't have time to brew it, so I'll, put it in the flute pipe and light up. Take a few puffs to get it going, and then sort of.
Are you gonna hotbox her?
Kind of, I guess, if she's not going to inhale herself.
Best kidnapping plan ever. Hotboxing the monarch.
Is there like a sheet in here?
No.
Okay, I'll pop out into the hallway and look for a sheet real quick.
Well, I mean, you can get to a linen closet fairly easily, with sheets and blankets in it.
Okay, I'll grab a sheet and I'll bring it back in and I'll drape it over the both of us to contain the air. And I'll
Aren't you gonna pass out too?
It's not supposed to knock her out. It's supposed to calm her down.
Yeah, it's not powerful enough to knock anybody out, especially not Xylund. It really is just a calming thing.
So in our little sheet or two, I'll start smoking this and blowing it in her face.
Well, not at first. I gotta roll for it. Hang on.
This is amazing. Why is this only the second most insane thing that we've done?
I know.
You guys immediately think I'm trying to like knock her out or make her trip out.
I'm questioning your choice, but I dropped the dinosaurs, so.
She doesn't seem to get any sleep. She, after a little while, a minute or two of breathing in the smoke, her hand kind of drops to her side. Her painted hand drops to her side. She still doesn't turn and look at you or acknowledge your presence. She just seems kind of in a stupor. Didn't talk.
All right, so now we're gonna go for a little walk, okay? We're gonna go for a little walk or a little ride on a goat of terror. And then we're gonna go on a little boat ride and get to see the sea. There'll be dolphins out there, maybe. Whales.
I like to imagine that this is happening while you're still in the telepathic link, right around when Lana is with Kat, so she can just like, oh, by the way, also we kidnapped Nisali. Bye.
All right.
Doesn't that sound nice? And then I'll try to gently grasp her arm and
lead
get
her
to stand up.
Oh, she'll stand.
Okay. All right, let's go.
Yeah, no resistance at all.
I'll start leading her back towards the main doors where the goat is.
All right. So you hit the hall and retrace your steps to the main door with your Nenmetal in tow.
Victim.
You run into Die coming from the other direction.
Hey, Die.
Kidnapped Nisali.
Did you find your kid?
What? Wait a minute. Okay, what are you doing?
We're going for a walk. We're going to go for a little walk and then a little ride on a goat and then a little boat ride.
You can't do that.
I don't think you understand what's going to happen here.
No, I don't understand. Your little friend said something about dropping old lizards on Aurum and that you don't have citizenship anymore and you're wanted, and now you're taking her Grace for a walk, and there's I don't know what's going on with that goat. I have no idea what's going on.
Okay, well, the problem is that we seem to have, like, we had our reasons. Like, they were good reasons.
Were they?
Yeah, but we might have started, like, you know how there's Aurum outside? Yes. Greylock is probably now actively at war with them.
Well,
that might be our
I'm
fault.
sure they are if you're dropping old lizards on them.
Right, so the problem creeps in due to the fact that they think that we're acting on behalf of Nisali.
Well, don't you... I mean, you do, though, right?
Well, we didn't actually... I mean, she didn't actually... We didn't consult her on this particular...
Well, clearly not.
So, and she can't really defend herself here. I don't think. Can you defend yourself here?
Are you asking Nisali?
Yeah.
Just staring off into space.
I don't think so.
So you think she can defend herself out there?
No, but we can. I can.
Where are you taking her?
Out to sea.
Out to sea?
What's wrong with that?
What do you mean? What's wrong with that? Have you lost your mind?
Well, you're coming with us.
No! What? Oh my God.
What is there for you here? Nisali's going to be out there.
She shouldn't be out there. What
Look,
are you
she might not
doing?
even look. We're just taking. Look, you're gonna upset her. I'm gonna
I'm
try to get.
upset her.
I'm just gonna try to get her to leave. If that doesn't work, then we'll come up with a plan B. But let's just try plan A first.
Well,
Great.
if I leave with you, then am I a fugitive too?
No one knows. I don't like. You didn't make any friends here, did you?
No, but okay. I don't have any other place to go.
Yeah, that's why you're coming with us.
I have a little one.
Yeah,
I
no, he's
can't-
coming too.
Please, coming too.
Well, you can't leave a little one alone here in a castle.
What
Yeah,
happens if
that's
Orem attacks?
We'll be at sea.
You don't think they have boats? How do you think they got here?
We're magic. We'll figure something out. These are a lot of questions. Have I not mentioned there's a time crunch situation?
Okay, I'm sorry. If I had known that you were going to come over today and steal the leader of the city and tell me to pack myself up and my child to go on a boat while you're being chased by one of the largest militaries on the planet, but it's okay because you're going to protect us with magic, then I would have penciled in more time.
Okay,
As
well,
it
I'll give you
is-
a heads up next time.
Fine. Just fine. But if I die, I'm going to be so mad at you.
It'll be fine. I mean, it could potentially be fine.
You're really bad at this. Is this how you talk to everybody?
Pretty much.
No wonder. Okay, well, I can't watch you kidnap the head of state. So I'm just
I'm
gonna
not
pretend that
kidnapping
that's exactly what you're doing. Let me at least go get her an outfit. Something.
We'll make it quick. And where's that? What was your kid's name anyway?
Oh, nice. Thank you.
Nice? That's a weird name.
Just go do what you're gonna do. I will gather my stuff and my child.
Okay.
Okay.
When we get to the goat, I'll ask Davynn. Do you remember her kid's name?
No, I do not.
See?
Wait, who sees?
I'm just saying it's not an easy name to remember. Whatever it is. All right, this is the goat I was telling you
It
about.
feels like the continuation of a conversation that you were having with somebody else.
I will see Davynn's confusion and I will pass him what's left of the silver tea and the flute pipe.
Yeah, Davynn, as Xylund comes
different
around the
time,
corner with, her grace, hair unbrushed, in her nightgown, barefoot, paint-stained fingers, just sort of walking at a zombie pace, being led by Xylund.
Did you get what you came here for, Xylund?
Yep, and we just got to get her on the goat. All right, Miss Sally,
Okay.
you got to get up on the goat.
I really cannot stress enough that we are just straight up kidnapping her.
You are!
Ruler of Greylock. We had nothing to do with Nicely had nothing to do with this. We're kidnapping her.
We're taking her.
The thing is, Veldis is going to use, they're not going to believe that. They're going to use this as a pretext for
I know.
doing away with her.
Just because I know you're right does not change the fact that we're kidnapping her.
Will
I
Miss
love
Sally get on
every
the-
moment of this, and I'm glad I'm here to be a part of it.
Well, again, it's kind of the thing where if you put her on the goat, she's there, but she won't balance of her own accord. So you actually have to sit behind her and hold her on the goat,
Okay, I will do that.
or Davynn, or whomever. It doesn't have to be you, but yeah, she doesn't
well-
balance of her own accord.
Yeah, I'll just ride on the goat with her. Sorry, Davynn.
That's fine.
I mean,
I guess unconscious people before me.
So as you steady the head of the state Her Grace, one of the Nenmatai, one of the 7 heroes of the world, on a goat.
Powerful people in the world.
Yeah, worshipped and beloved for hundreds of years.
Oh, the ambassador's probably not going to be too happy. With
Probably not. No.
He's gonna be happy with it.
Well, I mean, the ambassador had a chance of coming over to our side, but probably not now. Oh well.
Not gonna look good with this.
Di does come running up. You can hear footfalls running, like full blast. It's got a couple bags slung around one shoulder, kid on her hip.
Davynn didn't remember his name either.
She just sighs and shakes her head. I will yell at you later. Are you seriously going... Are you just going to walk through town like that?
Yes, the goat radiates terror. You might want to stay 30 feet away.
It's anybody who's
Well, technically it's anybody who's hostile, but she's
Oh, okay.
probably a little hostile right now. I'm just
Okay.
going to say. Okay. You think that makes it better?
It keeps people at a distance.
You really don't ever want to come back here, do you?
It's my home. I'll be back.
Okay. Well, tell me where you're going, and I'm going to go a different way.
Well, Davynn should probably go with you then.
That's fine.
We're going to the docks.
Okay. What's at the docks?
Our ship.
You have a ship?
We had a ship.
that part hasn't been relayed yet.
Okay. Yes, we have a ship.
Okay. Well, I guess I can't stop you. So, be careful, I suppose.
We'll be fine.
See
Oh,
you
wait.
on the ship?
Maybe I should wrap a cloak around Asali rather than...
Yeah,
Okay,
I brought a
wrap
cloak.
Okay,
Yeah,
thanks.
she brought some clothes.
Make sure that her hair is covered up. That's pretty
Yes.
distinctive.
Yes. So she's got a nice, big, thick, heavy cloak with a hood. So she's pretty much covered completely, other than her feet.
Okay.
So now it just looks like you stole somebody's child and not, the most important person in the city.
Davynn, could you
say
look
that,
after these two?
Yeah, sure, of course.
What were you going to say?
I was gonna say you could just say that you're refugees or something if you didn't look like you.
And you weren't riding a goat of terror.
Yeah, I'd rather look like me.
Okay. All right. So, Xylund goes out the door on his goat of terror. With Nasali bundled up. Ready to go. Making his way to the docks. Do-do-do-do-do. And Davynn. She doesn't know the city very well, but she gently suggests that maybe if you know a back way to the docks, that might be preferable.
Sure, yeah. So I think I've asked this, but what exactly is your relationship to Xylund?
He hasn't told you?
Nope.
Oh. I'm just his sister.
Ah, okay, cool. That makes sense now.
Please don't assume we're the same.
I cannot imagine anybody being the same.
Wasn't always like that. But I don't know. I never thought he's become a very different person.
Did he used to be normal?
Normal might be a stretch. He was always a good person. in his own weird little way. He hasn't had it easy, though, so, no. I mean, not that any of us have, but him especially. Not that that excuses anything that he has said or done since I've been back, but I try and cut him some slack when I can.
It's weird that he wouldn't mention that.
Mention what?
What, that you're related to him?
He doesn't like to talk about the past.
It's not like you stopped being related to him.
No. I don't know. Sometimes I think he just likes to create a story for himself and stick to that.
Alright, well, we should get going and stay low.
Yeah. So, you guys can make your way to the dock. Eventually, everybody's at the dock. With Xylund and his goat of terror. Oh my god.
Sally didn't resist?
She can't. Like, she hasn't really shown any independent thought or movement since you came upon her. She doesn't move. She doesn't... it doesn't balance of her own accord. You kind of have to hold her onto the goat. She doesn't talk. She's just sort of a ragdoll.
Well, everybody's there, and I see Xylund riding up with somebody, and before
I'm on a goat of terror.
Before the shipwright can process what's happening, aka process that the person in the hood is Nisali, because that would probably change the entire dynamic of what is happening.
A little bit.
I just give him a nice little bonk in the back of the head.
Oh.
I think we should tie up the shipwright and take him with us.
Why are you kidnapping everybody today?
He'll forgive us. Nisali's there. He'll be like, I must follow Nisali. And then we've got a shipwright. Oh, you're not.
Let's leave him.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
So,
we're on the ship.
Shipwright's been knocked out. Again, this was a crime that did not go unwitnessed, as there are, obviously other people on the dock besides the shipwright, but none of them moved to stop you in any way, especially with the goat of terror making its way down to your berth.
I also feel like these are all people that built the ship with, right?
Well, yeah, and that's it. That's very much the conflict that you feel as even when Xylund is on his goat. Like, these people know you. You guys hung out in the Temple of Inalane for quite some time. Yeah, they know who you are. They had supper with you. They helped build your ship. They helped repair your ship. Yeah, by all accounts, you're just one family. And they just saw you knock out their boss after hearing that you blew up Orem and you're, kind of wanted fugitives.
Just be like, we won't abandon you.
And now you're getting on your boat and leaving.
Can we at least fix that guy's skull before we leave? Maybe.
Yeah, I'll dump.
Yeah.
It
Not enough to get him
It may look like we just knocked out your boss and are abandoning you, but we're here to protect you and not abandon you.
Exactly.
From a distance.
From a very far distance. We will be thinking of
front.
you. Yes. So you're able to get in your boat unchallenged, including Nisali and the goat. Di and Davynn make it as well. So now everybody's on the boat. You are able to shove off if you wish.
Yeah.
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 Oof.
And so yeah, you're on a stolen boat.
We're real pirates now, guys.
You're real pirates
are
now.
real pirates.
That
Arr!
dangerous has finally come to pass.
You are basically banished from Greylock. You've lost your citizenship. You've lost all your status, official status. Obviously, you're no longer ambassadors for Grace, who you have kidnapped, and is now on the ship with you.
Here's if we have her.
So
We're more like
yeah.
custodians now.
So I'll let Xylund handle that discussion of introducing his decision to the rest of the group.
I told them I was doing it, didn't I?
Yeah.
Okay.
But we thought that she was coming willingly.
She can't consent. She's like,
Which means that we shouldn't. That's the way that world works.
right.
We didn't have
as
this
soon
discussion.
as I said it, I realized. Okay, but normally that would be true. But I think that if she could consent, she'd be on board with this, given the fact that she can't consent. Like if she knew that she was in a position where she couldn't consent in this situation, she would have consented to us making the decision for her.
I think.
I guess you could argue she designated us as like authorized to make healthcare and personal decisions in the event that she became incapacitated. I feel like that
Yeah.
sort of happened.
I guess.
Did that happen?
I think that
Sort
might be a
of?
stretch, but
Isn't that what,
It's
isn't that
a
what
big
ambassador
stretch.
means?
No.
Oh. To be
We're
fair,
not exactly going to get a notarized living will in this world, so...
to be fair, it was the Vision's fault who said that we were a good idea to back.
Yeah.
I honestly
Oh.
blame whoever was giving her visions that we were a good idea.
Yeah, I'm not sure which of the spirits of Karok gave her that idea, but they were clearly
Trickster spirit.
mistaken. Yeah, obviously.
on the upside, now that we're out here in international waters, well, maybe once we're out in international waters, we can form our own nation. We've already got our own head of state, so
Oh, right.
Oh,
My lord.
I'm on board with this.
What we need to do is we need to stop Orem. We need to stop Orem from coming to this continent, or like try to put up roadblocks or sea blocks.
I thought you were just going to end that at what we need to do is we need to stop.
We need to stop trying. We just need to retire. We have all
we
this
need to
gold. This is where our story ends.
well, we've made sure that our names are going to be remembered anyway.
Oh,
Yeah, that's for sure. Maybe when they burn effigies every year.
I really wish we hadn't forgotten the whole
Yeah, me
PR
too.
campaign.
I blame the 2-month wait.
Yeah. Well, now you guys are sailing out to international waters. What would you like to do now?
So we need a fleet.
Dare into the sun.
Where are we going to get a fleet? Oh, wait, your sister's a pirate, isn't she?
That's what I've heard.
Why don't we... Does she have a fleet, or is she just like a
I don't
one-ship
know.
kind of pirate?
I don't know.
Are there pirate fleets?
Yeah, they're pirate fleets.
They're in
So-
Fairhaven, though.
Yeah. I say that's what we do. Like, we can't go onto the continent right now. Not really.
I
Well,
don't
and-
think
Greylock isn't
Or
the
should
whole
fuck off
continent.
into the
I
ocean
know,
for
but,
weeks
like,
right now.
But Greylock is like the biggest city, and anybody who... There's going to be bounties out for our heads from Orem and there.
Mm-hmm.
Like... And we do need to make sure that we at least fight this mess that we started. Like, we owe Greylock that much.
This is why I don't think we can just bounce out into the ocean.
Well,
However tempting it is.
we did buy ourselves some time, I think. Like, it's going to take Orem a while to get into a position where they can credibly assault Greylock, I think.
I
We
think so,
definitely
too.
held them up a little bit on that aspect, yeah.
And it's going to take time for news to get back, them to like rally up an army and gather enough ships. So I think we have sometime.
For the sake of
Meanwhile, we need
Greylock,
to.
keep
Meanwhile, we need to amass an army of our own in order to like counteract that. I
boy.
don't know, but like I said, I think Freyhaven is going to be our best bet.
Would your sister be there at Freyhaven?
I don't know. I can't scry her.
Is she dead?
No, she's not dead. I don't know.
There's also this whole Nisali being insane thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like I feel like I don't know. Like yeah, we might have really fucked that up. Like even if we managed to restore her sanity, I'm not sure what her position in Greylock would be now.
Yeah. Well, it's gonna have to live with our actions and just continue doing what we can do. Like, so the way that I see it is, we either try to stop Orym right now by creating enough of a roadblock that Greylock can live sufficiently, or we focus on trying to get Nisali back to health and then bring her back, and she probably has enough power to hold Orym at bay. Maybe. I don't know.
Didn't Davynn have some kind of marker from his dad that could be traced back to Freyhaven? Like some kind of favor ode or something like that?
Yep.
I do have that.
Yes, he does.
I forget which coin it was. It's one of these two.
Yep.
Maybe
we're actively being attacked at sea.
Maybe since we don't actually know what
probably.
we're doing as far as Nisali is concerned yet, maybe we should concentrate on Freyhaven first, because that's something we can do. Like that's like I don't even know where we would begin with Nisali.
Far, isn't
Is
it?
it? How far is it?
It's pretty far. It's kind of like dead center.
Of the world, yeah.
Yeah,
So
I don't think we can go
it's-
sail off a month and come back.
Yeah,
like,
it's a bit of a journey.
month each way. Like, I don't think there's going to be much of a Greylock.
Orym is even farther away though. Like if they're
Yeah.
sending reinforcements from Orym, unless they're already on their way.
And plus, we can always communicate with Kat to try to get information.
Well, I can't imagine Kat's going to be too happy that we took Nisali. Maybe she'll understand.
No, she won't. She'll understand that we thought it was a good idea, but she'll also think it was a stupid idea.
Well, was it a
She
stupid
thinks
idea?
that about all of her ideas, and look where we are now.
Or at least talk to Stanley about it. Or Gale. Oh, God. This is gonna be so... Did we...
Hey, Stanley, can you fix our reputation? We just committed a war crime. Well, regular crime.
Yeah, I thought you said it wasn't a war crime.
It's not. It's a regular crime.
It's a crime that led to war.
Which makes it not a war crime. I will point out during the "it's not a war crime" speech, I never said that made it not a crime.
Okay. So, how would you like to proceed then?
Anybody else have any ideas?
Okay, well, if Freyhaven is too far away, or if that's the consensus, we did have some leads on what to do with Nisali, but I honestly forget what they were.
I thought we were going to try to destroy the Dragon Orb, because that had, like, an essence of Timlakos in it.
Yeah,
And the only way we could do that is by going to the Heart of Shadows or something.
right. And my theory was that Karokt was the Heart of Shadows? or
That was
something?
your theory, yes.
What led me to that?
Who knows?
I'm pretty sure we have evidence that the Heart of Shadow is somewhere within Orem.
Do we?
Oh, that is difficult.
Was it Orem or was it a different place?
There were a couple of theories bounced around. One was that it was Karak. One was that it was not a fixed location, but rather a location that could be opened in places of power.
I think that's what Xylund's thing was. He thought it could be opened in Karak.
The other was that the Heart of Shadow, Gale told you anyway, that the Heart of Shadow is supposedly tied to Darelai. It's like the door to her realm or something. It's sort of a myth kind of thing, and if that's the case, then it might be tied to the High Church of Darelai, which is in Colette, which is on the same continent as Orem.
That's even further away than Freyhaven, though, isn't it?
Yeah, that's on the other side of Freyhaven.
All right. So, if that's the case, I honestly think Freyhaven might be our best bet. It'll take Orem some time for word to go back, and then for them to start amassing armies. If we can get something going in Freyhaven, we'll be in position to intercept them one way or another. If we get a fleet, which, is an if.
Yeah, that's a pretty big if.
Big
then
if.
Then we have a fleet. But
then we have a
fleet. And then we know how to proceed from there. But if we don't get a fleet, we're still on the path between, right?
Yeah, that's a good point.
I mean, I think we need to go in with the angle. It's like, how do you guys want to go and have the biggest score of your lives? Because they're bringing over all these supplies, all this weaponry and stuff.
Also a crime, definitely a lot of crimes.
Oh yeah,
against Orem though.
Sure.
Yeah. I think we need to sell it this is the heist of the century. We're gonna rob a fleet of warships coming through.
And it's not like you can pirate without criming.
Yeah.
And we don't know what kind of favor is owed to Davynn. Maybe it's I owe you one fleet.
I don't think it's quite that.
Oh,
it could be
imagine
something
that,
good,
though.
though.
Imagine it, though.
It could probably get us a conversation.
And maybe your sister will be there, or someone who knows your sister.
I don't think my sister has that much sway. She just started doing this a couple of months ago.
Oh, really?
She's an amateur pirate.
Yeah.
Well,
the last time I did talk to her was right before the Karak timey-wimey stuff that happened.
Mm-hmm.
Who knows what? I can't scry on her. I don't know what's going on, so we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I can't really think of any other better plan right now.
Yeah, I know it's a long shot, and I know it may not work, but that's the only thing I can think of right now.
TA on sailing all the way over there?
Hmm?
How long does it take to sail there?
To sail to Freyhaven? Oh, it'll take a month.
Yeah. I don't know if bouncing for 2 months minimum is... I don't have any better option, suggestions. But
Freyhaven is in the middle between Orem. Well, not right in the middle, I don't think, but...
No, not right in the middle, but yeah,
it's between Orem and Greylock.
Yeah.
So if they are sending reinforcements, even if they're sending them right now, which they're not, because they're not going to know right. Well, I guess they could have already been on their way. I don't know. Basically, if we're fucked, we're already fucked no matter what we do.
I just don't see us trying to stop an army marching by ourselves. That's very anti-magic. Working out necessarily.
No.
We need some help, and we burned our bridge with Greylock. could just release the giant dragon in the dragon orb and have it wreak havoc on Orem.
You could.
Maybe before we get too far, I should didn't we leave the dragon orb at the Bloodwell?
The Schmudwell? Yeah.
I thought we brought it back.
Not yet, but I think it was on the agenda for things to do. I think maybe before we set out to sail, a strike team should head back to the Schmudwell and get the dragon orb.
Sure, we can do that. Or set sail and then we'll, make land somewhere and go grab it. Because I think we need to leave the city.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, yeah. I just mean before we get too far out, like a couple of us could fly back and then.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, that makes sense. Having the dragon orb is going to give us more options.
Although, for all we know, if Temlakos is in there, then bringing it closer to Nisali.
Yeah, no, that's pretty good.
Well, no, I mean, we don't know. I'm just saying it's possible.
Yeah. Should we bring Nisali to the Schmudwell?
Do I have any way of contacting the Schmudwell area? I can't remember.
No. They can track you, but you don't really have a way to contact them.
Can I send a message?
Yeah. If you feel like it.
I will send a message to Sia.
Okay.
Be like, hey, Sia, it's us. How would you like to have a Nenemeth for dinner?
No, thank you.
just that. No, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay.
What should I send?
I think we should send nothing. I think we should just go and talk to them face to face because it's going to sound real weird without the well, I mean, it's going to sound real bad no matter what. But at least if we're there in front of them, it's going to be harder for them to turn us away, I guess.
Okay. So what I'm thinking is we need to send a strike team there to the Bloodwell to get the stuff. But at the same time, I feel like we should have the ship sailing towards Freyhaven as well.
Yeah, well, I mean, we should be able to catch up flying, shouldn't we?
We're going to, it's going to be days difference, and that's going to be difficult. I hesitate to say this, but could put somebody in charge of sailing the ship, and I go back to the Schmudwell, and then I can take whoever goes with me back to the ship immediately with recall.
Well, I gotta go.
Thing is, the ship can't be crewed by less than 4 people.
Mm-hmm.
There's still 4 people here. There's Lana, Davynn, Lily, Hildreth.
Davynn needs to go to get it because it's his.
Oh, that's true. Well, what about Di can chip in. She can crew the ship. We've also got whatever happened to Zachary.
I don't know. Have you looked for Zachary?
I glance up at the crow's nest.
Zachary.
No, there's no boot hanging over the crow's nest, so she's not sleeping up there.
I check our beds.
Nobody's in your beds.
I'll use my divine sense, although I don't remember if it actually picked her up.
No, your divine sense doesn't pick her up.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Doesn't somebody have locate though?
I got locate person.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess I'll locate person.
Okay.
Since I did have that prepared last time because we were looking for the butcher.
Yeah. Zachary is still on the ship. According to your locate person, she is behind one of the walls in the hold.
Stealing our shit?
No? Yeah, I mean, you can't really see her. Like, she's literally behind a wall. There is a wall. There is no door to this wall that you can see.
Not one of the fake walls?
If it's a fake wall, it's got a really, really well hidden switch. You can certainly roll perception.
Like one of my false walls that I put in.
Not one that you put in. No, this is new.
Zachary. Knock, knock, knock. Zachary. I know you're back there.
Fingertips poke through two of the slats. Move one of them. You see her eyes behind it. What's the password?
Password?
Yeah.
No, that password.
No. Sorry, can't come in. Bye.
Is it Xylund is a doofus?
No, it kind of should be.
Yeah.
Are we? No. You can't come in, but I'll talk to you. Are we sailing again? It feels a little shifty.
Yeah, we might have done some stuff.
Oh, stuff. What kind of stuff?
Might have dropped 2 plesiosaurs on an enemy army.
Oh, that certainly qualifies as stuff.
Yeah.
And you were all up in arms about me, and I didn't do anything even close to dropping plesiosaurs on people.
All right.
That's a little hypocritical. I think you owe me an apology.
We'll just agree not to talk about relativistic morals anymore, okay?
I guess.
We're trying to decide where we're going and whether or not you will be able to help us is kind of a...
Can't help. Sorry.
What if we say please?
I have to apologize. You have to say, I'm sorry, Zachary. I was wrong, and I judged you harshly, and I should never have suggested that you were a worse person than me.
I am sorry you feel that way. That was not my intention to make you feel that way. I'm sorry that I offended you.
Uh-huh. Well, what do you need me
You
to
are
do?
not a worse person than me.
I am not a worse person than you. Nope.
You want to come up and join our talk?
Oh.
I know it looks comfy in there.
It's great in here.
I don't know where that is necessarily, but
It's just basically all that was done was on one extreme end of the hold. She just had a wall put in. So it just shortened the hold a little bit down below.
so she just like made her own space.
She just built herself a little cubby, yeah. Or she
thought
had
like this
someone
is-
build herself a little cubby.
Yeah. It looked like the way that you were saying it, it was like she's like in the wall, like transdimensional.
Oh
or
no,
something.
no. She just had one little section of the tail end of the hold walled off so she could hide behind it.
Awesome. All right.
All right, I'll come up, but everyone owes me an apology. Let them know.
Okay, I'll go up. And it's like Zachary's here.
Oh, good.
If we're gonna get her help, she needs apologies for us assuming that she was a worse person than us.
I don't think we need her help. I was just curious.
She's gonna be on this
Fun.
ship. Like, we probably should be on good terms with her.
What are we
Come on.
apologizing for?
For
For-
us
for
thinking that
judging.
we're worse. She's
Yeah.
a worse person than us.
And she comes stomping up the steps to the main deck. Yeah. all that talk about how I couldn't be trusted and I shouldn't be left on the ship, and you got in my face for basically nothing at that little village. And then you come home and blow it up. I think I'm due an apology. I didn't blow anything up.
Well, neither did we, really.
Well, not according to Kern. Apparently you blew up people. I didn't hurt anybody. I barely even stole.
Barely. I think you cut out, Noel.
Yeah, you did.
Were you stealing recently?
I don't believe you have any right to
You know what?
question that.
It's not important. You're
It's
right.
not.
You have the moral high ground.
That's right.
I judged you
do.
very unfairly.
Of all the people standing here, I am the best person.
Shoot.
Of all the people standing here in this room at this current moment, you are the best person.
See, was that so hard?
It's nice Holly's sitting down.
Yeah, Nasali is just...
Who are conscious.
Yeah.
And do not... And also are not... do not have children.
So, where are you blowing up now?
Actually, maybe we should take Di and Mystery Child to
Mystery Child?
Well, tell me his name then.
His name's Eric. His name's
Okay,
just
thank you.
Eric, for goodness sake.
It's not. I just give him a look. I'm like, I'm about to say, you don't even know your nephew's name. And then I remember I promised not to like reveal that.
Yeah.
It's like,
You don't even.
you don't even know your own. Okay.
All right.
Maybe we should take them to the Schmudwell too.
What's the Schmudwell?
Why would we do that?
I don't know. I mean, it's that or Freyhaven.
I guess, yeah, the Schmudbell would be safer. Probably,
Yeah.
I think.
What is the Schmudwell?
Socrates doesn't concern you. We gave
like
you your
Dial
apology.
Socrates.
It's just a place.
Mm.
It's a safe place. That's all that it is.
And as you guys are sitting around discussing this, it slowly dawns on Zachary that Nasali is here. Is that? Did you?
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're
Oh,
just going on a little boat ride.
oh, oh no. Oh, you're dead. Oh, you're
It's
so
fine.
dead. Oh no.
It's
So
fine.
than we were before?
Can I have your stuff when they're done with you?
No, maybe we should sail
Which
fast.
day are we talking about at this point?
Oh, pick. Do you really think that the other Nenmatai are going to let you cruise around the ocean with one of their own? Not to mention, all the random people that have basically made it their life's work to wipe these people off the planet.
We might
Or,
want to die
or,
here.
Lore
I think
Hold,
Aura was
or,
already on the list.
know,
That hasn't changed.
Bellwall, or, anywhere. Oh, you're all so very dead.
We know.
You're on the same ship.
Oh, yeah, but they're not going to kill me, are they?
They might. Do you think they're
can
going to ask questions first?
No, probably not, but that's okay. It'll be worth
She's
it.
pretty good at not dying.
At this point, we're just.
Oh,
that's a
you're
laugh.
so dead.
Yeah.
Oh, I almost feel bad for you.
I'll make you a bet.
Make me a bet.
If we don't die,
Okay.
you owe us treasure.
You don't die. Like ever? Or just, in the near future?
Let's go with the 6-month time frame. Seem fair? Seems fair.
Oh, I don't know about that. You can always hide for 6 months.
Yeah, but
We're
really
going to
not
be very stupid in the next 6 months.
Yeah.
True. True. All right, I will owe you 1 piece of treasure collectively, not a piece. And I get to pick what it is.
How about a favor?
Mm.
Does that work, Hildreth? A favor instead of treasure?
You should do your own negotiating.
Oh, okay.
But it
Alright.
can't be a worthless treasure. You
No.
have to consider it
It'll be
valuable.
good. It'll be good. It'll be good. It'll be good. I promise.
So when we say we're not dead, we're referring to all of us, right?
Oh, you're all dead. All dead.
Okay, so basically, if one of us survives the next 6 months,
Then they can have the treasure.
okay, that's a good bet, I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah, that seems fair.
Well, yeah, there's only 1 treasure, so whoever lives at the end of 6 months can get half.
It'll be all of us, for the record.
Well, I don't know about that.
How do you count resurrections?
That's cheating.
I don't know. We'd be alive at the end of the 6 months, so
Okay, if we all get resurrected in the next 6 months, we'll let you win. That's fine.
I don't know. I think any resurrection should get me to discount the value of the treasure.
Well, what's the difference between having one person that's been alive the entire time versus, and then everybody else resurrected, versus the one person just staying alive and everybody else being dead?
Not much, I guess. Okay, fine, but that's the only nice thing I'm doing today.
you're so much better of a person than we are.
I know. I know.
All right.
Leaving people.
So I'm thinking we should make landfall like pretty soon, and the strike team should head off, and then the rest of everyone should take the boat like pretty much right out into the middle of the ocean as fast as possible. Because I think she might have a point. Like, people are going to be after Nasali. They
What?
shouldn't be able to find her at the Schmudwell route, I don't think.
I don't know. I feel like we just kidnapped her from a safe place to put her into another safe place.
The Carrick wasn't going to be safe.
Okay, worst case scenario, we just teleport her back as well
Teleport her back where?
to the ship if we can't keep her there.
Right. Yeah.
So Davynn, Xylund, Sally, and your companion you brought along and her son.
Oh, well, we should ask them. Would you rather go to Freyhaven, which is the city of pirates and danger and bad influences for your Eric? Or,
I would rather not leave the boat.
Okay,
Well,
that's fair.
let me just finish the question. Or the Schmudwell, which is underground and warm and creepy but safe.
I'd prefer to stay on the boat
All right.
because
So-
we're going home at some point, right?
Define home.
In theory.
My home, our home.
Greylock? Yeah, but it might be a while.
Oh, I prefer to stay on the boat, if anything.
All right, that's fine.
Okay,
All right.
so we'll make landfall and make a beeline there.
Okay.
Zachary.
Yep.
Lily, Lana, and Hildreth.
I'll stay behind.
Do you mind just sailing towards Freyhaven?
Can any of them sail?
Can I be the captain?
I've been teaching them.
Have you?
One, definitely not with a crew of 2. 2 boats are fast. You can only fly for so long.
No, we're gonna like teleport back to the boat because this is
Yeah.
a sanctuary.
Oh, right, you
anyway.
can teleport, right.
Yeah.
Like that's why I have to go.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I would be
Yeah.
the one sailing.
I
Unless-
don't think the 2 of us alone can sail the ship.
There's you, there's Hildreth, there's
Yeah, there's
Guy,
4.
there's Eric, there's
Well,
Zachary.
Eric's a top
Eric
one.
is like 5.
Yeah,
well,
but there are 4.
he can
there-
mop the decks. Just make a small mop.
No, plus I think Zachary has decent boating knowledge, right?
She does. She just doesn't like to talk
Offer
about
that.
it. Yeah, Zachary is confident. Yeah, and as long as there are 4 of you there, you should be able to keep it going in the right direction.
And we're sure we want to leave Greylock for 2 to 3 months, right after we drop 2 bombs.
The
I'm not-
only way that we can do this, because, like,
All right.
yeah.
If you have a better idea,
I don't. That's
yeah,
the
that's
problem.
the thing. That's the thing.
It's a good idea, but this is like we need massive amounts of people for hire or for like promise of treasure. That's Freyhaven, right? Like,
Yeah.
Or am I like totally off base on
No,
that?
no, I agree. Well, I mean, I don't think it's a good idea, but I just don't have it has a chance, a remote chance, but we can always change course and beeline for the Derelite Temple if it just doesn't work out, and hope that we can fix Nisali.
Yeah.
All right.
We're doing
So-
good.
Okay.
Yeah,
We're heroes.
Today is turning out to be a really great day.
Everyone sounds so positive. All right, so our away team is headed to the Schmudwell. Team ship is shipping.
Quick question before that.
We got a
I
boat.
do have a scroll of recall.
Yes.
Would Lana be able to cast that?
Uh,
A bard, probably.
I would think so. Let me see here. Let's see.
I know there are technically rules for casting things that are off your list.
Yeah. Is it Word of Recall?
Yeah, word of recall. I know it's a cleric only spell.
Yeah, it's a divine spell. High level 6.
Six. She does have the capacity to cast 6-level spells, don't she?
She does.
Oh, for sure. 6th level spell. You make an ability check
Okay.
of DC uncomfortably high, but I am a high level bard, so I have methods of boosting that.
Alright.
So it's DC 16, if I'm looking at this right. I have a 10 normally, added an inspiration and whatever else from it's a saving throw, so stand next to Xylund. We could probably game this hard enough to guarantee it. Probably.
And if it doesn't work, then you guys are just trapped there
Yeah.
Trapped where?
at the Bloodwell
Well, why don't you just come
on the
with us?
continent. Well, that's what I'm just saying, like, if I'm the one driving the ship, there's probably a better chance that it doesn't. Like, me being with the ship increases the chance of survival.
If we run up, if we hit a
reef.
reef or something, the ship is gonna sink.
Well, let's see how much Zachary actually knows about boats. Give her a boat quiz.
Give her a boat quiz.
Zachary.
Hmm.
Assuming that it's low tide and you see an inconsistency about 5 knots out, what is your course of action? The wind is blowing southwest.
I will roll for Zachary because I don't know anything about boats.
I was making that up as I go.
Yeah, I figured. Yeah, so her grand total is 17. So she knows. She's not stupid. She's not a professional sailor, but she can steer a boat. She can steer a boat, she can read a compass.
And avoid shallows.
Yeah, she's not incompetent. She's just lazy.
Am I really gonna make Zachary the captain of this ship?
Oh, she's
Yes,
dying to be
that is,
captain
in
of the
fact,
ship.
The thing you are doing.
She's so ready to
Temporary
be captain of the
captain.
ship. No.
Let's pair. We'll drop a contract and we'll make this a temporary paid contract type situation with a finite beginning and end.
Yeah. Okay.
I guess.
All right.
She's very excited to be captain of the ship.
You're secretly loving this, aren't you, Zachary?
Uh-huh. It is great.
Aren't you glad we, picked you up?
Oh gosh.
Okay. Cool.
Well, not if you get me killed. It kind of sucks,
I
but
feel like you're hard to kill.
hasn't happened yet.
Everybody ready?
Ready as we'll ever be.
Okay.
We'll get dropped off and make our way to the Bloodwell. While I watch my ship sail away with another captain.
Yep. Bye-bye. Not only another captain, but Zachary at the wheel.
Yeah.
In danger.
In the contract, there was also, you got to be going towards Freyhaven.
Yeah, that's in the contract. That's
No, gosh. All right. So you fly your way to the Schmedwell, where you haven't been there for a while.
Yeah.
But you can still find your way to the little cabin past the outskirts of town to where this little secret staircase is. And you make your way down into Sarnalakar. Sia has apparently figured out that you were en route because she meets you before you even get to the actual temple. As you're crossing through the dilapidated courtyard. I thought I told you I didn't want any guests.
You know, bringing her, we just wanted to, I'm sorry.
I'll sweep off her hood dramatically. How about now?
Especially not now.
Well,
Why?
hypothetically speaking, if she were here, no one can scry this place, right?
It
She's
would-
safe here.
It would be very difficult. But why do you even have her?
I don't know.
She was in danger.
We both look at Xylund.
Yeah.
She was in danger.
No, she is danger.
Right, that too. But,
No, she can't stay here.
why not? Because why?
Because we like to stay hidden. We like to keep a low profile. She is not low profile.
Yeah, but no one's going to look for her here. They won't even, no one knows about
Are you
this.
kidding? No one's gonna look for her.
Not here.
They will eventually figure out where she is. We can only hide her for so long.
How long?
I don't know. And then our cover is blown completely.
Yeah.
Think of everything we have here.
I as weird as this might say, I think that them discovering a Nenemeth, enemies discovering a Nenemeth, is the lesser of two evils than them discovering this place.
They're both equally bad, but yeah. I mean, she looks a mess. What happened to her?
She's been
She's
like this for
insane.
months. Ever since we stored Tim Lancos inside of the, Davynn's thing.
Yeah, about that.
Dragon Orb.
I
That
nudged
thing
Davynn.
has proven very interesting, by the way.
Any information on that?
Oh, well, I've been tinkering with it. And I don't know if you know this, but it's actually covered in writing. It's etched into the surface. It took me a while to bring it to the top. It's been kind of covered over with glass, which is odd. But yeah, eventually I carefully used some acid to bring it all the way up to the surface.
What does it say?
I'm not entirely sure. It's not a language that I speak offhand. I've been, trying to translate it as best I can. But yeah, it definitely wasn't done by the creator, that's for sure. It was added later, like somebody's been tampering with it. Which I find odd, given how powerful it is, that someone would be able to, actually make a dent into it. But they did.
Could someone be tampering with it from inside of it?
Well, I suppose so. I didn't think about that, but yeah. That's why it would be embedded so deep.
Maybe a question to ask Grandma.
Yeah.
Yes, it would be. Do you mind if I speak with Grandma briefly while you deal with this whole issue of having an Emetile?
Oh, I'm not dealing with this. She puts her hands up in the air. I'm not dealing with this at all. I'll take you to see Amra. This is your problem, not my
Where's
problem.
Badger?
I don't know. He's out somewhere.
He's safe.
No, he's fine.
Not again.
He doesn't tell me
Break
where he
for
goes.
6 months to go get Badger again.
He's fine. I haven't heard otherwise.
What about I forget his name, the tree man?
The tree man?
The man who's also a tree.
Keeper.
Yeah.
He's fine. Everybody's fine.
Does he? Do you think he might want to have a Nemetal hang out here?
No.
You're probably right, Kern. All right.
Okay. Well, come with me, Davynn, and I'll take you to the room. You keep her out of here.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
She points a finger. Not allowed in the temple. Okay? I don't even like her in the courtyard.
We'll go check out Badger's room over here.
Just be careful. This place is very old. And she makes me very nervous.
I'll show her the blood wall. The blood wall.
Don't do that. No. Keep her away from that.
No, I won't do that. Never mind.
No, just don't do anything. Just don't touch. Don't take her anywhere. I don't want to know what she'll call forth. Just don't touch. All right, come on, Davynn.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. Just before you go, I just had a thought.
Yeah.
You know how I made kind of a blood pact with the blood well or whatever?
Yes.
I more recently made a small blood pact with Lyranel.
What?
Stia raises an eyebrow.
Wait, what?
Was it a blood pact, or did I just promise to do something?
You cut yourself, and then you kind of called out for help.
Yeah. And then something happened.
Yeah, you didn't make a formal pledge, but somebody was listening.
And what's this?
When we were trying to get into the
to the squid wizard.
Yeah, the squid wizard. I
Oh.
had to. I bled on a rose. I talked into the rose, and it opened a door.
Are you just collecting pacts? Is this your hobby?
Well, I mean, the reason I bring it up is it just occurred to me that perhaps Lyranel could use me as a conduit to the blood well or something.
I don't think so.
Okay, that's all.
I mean, that's not smart. I'm not saying it's smart.
I didn't think it would work.
Okay. Grandma. Emerald.
Yeah. So he'll take you into the temple. into the room Oso crystals and allow you to speak with Amra for the first time in frickin' forever.
Yes, it has been.
All right.
Davynn will take a seat and just like twiddle his fingers while waiting.
Right,
Oh, can I have the dragon orb with me?
Yeah. Yeah, I'll
Okay,
go
cool.
get it. Yeah. Seer will bring you the dragon orb, no problem. And she brings that to you around the same time that she sets up the crystal, so you can talk to Amra, and you can see the work that she's done. There's now where it was sort of a dull sheen, completely smooth before. Now you can see what she's talking about deep inside. There are now etchings that she's managed to dig out that form a fairly complex and odd alphabet.
Now, it's not draconic, I would assume.
No, it's not draconic. It's not one that you personally recognize. And again, Sea herself said she wasn't entirely sure what it was, that she was still working on that.
Well, this is a question for Lily, I assume, unless Amra knows something.
All right. So you finally have access to Amra in her little crystal. You're back.
Hello. Yes, I am. Hi, Grandma. It's been a while and a lot has happened.
I imagine. You look tired.
We may have committed a war crime, or Lana tells me it's not a war crime. Just a normal crime.
It's terrorism.
What have you done?
I think we've done the greater good, but a lot of people got hurt. But we had to do that to stop them from hurting more people.
I see. That's not exactly an answer.
If you want the detail... Alright, Davynn will give her the details.
Well... I can't say I'm very proud of you right now.
I can't say I'm proud of myself either, though it does bring up questions like why do people worry about dark magic and like incredibly powerful magical effects when all you need to do to cause that kind of destruction is summon a dinosaur with a couple of your buds.
I think you've just answered your own question, Davynn. Things like that are why people are scared of mages.
I meant, why do mages bother with the whole trying to find ever more powerful magic things when all you need to do is just drop a dinosaur on somebody?
Did it solve all your problems?
Well, no.
Is everyone safe?
Well, no.
Will there be no consequences for your actions?
See, I would like to say yes, but no.
Then that is why. Magic is not a cure-all. It always comes at a price.
But, anyways, we are kind of on the run now, but still trying to do good stuff. We have a person with us who's been kind of out of it. Nasali, she's an Emmental.
I know Nasali.
And we think that it might be related to what's going on with this dragon orb. Do you happen to know what this all means?
I can tell you about the orb. That's for certain.
Can you see the writing on the orb?
No, I can't see anything.
Okay.
Only
Well, there's writing on the orb, and I'm assuming you didn't put it there.
No. No, no, I didn't. It would take a powerful force to scratch that surface.
It's not even on the surface is the thing, it's on the inside of it.
The inside? Well, the beast trapped in there is extremely powerful. But I'm not sure. I'm not sure what would cause that.
Do you know if something sufficiently powerful could exert its influence outside of the orb, even while being trapped?
Yes. Oh, yes.
Okay.
Yes, absolutely. Yep. When I made it, I used to keep it warded for that very reason. That's why it was designed that only, those of us who could be trusted could wield it for sure. But if something got in there sufficiently powerful, absolutely.
Okay, well, I'm pretty sure I know what's going on then.
That's good.
So we're still looking for this Heart of Shadow. I know you weren't able to help us too much with finding it last time.
No, but I feel clearer these days. I'm not sure what's changed, but I feel like I have more of my mind back.
Well, we, did kill the evil half of your mind.
Did you?
Well, re-kill? I don't entirely know how that works. I should know this. I read through, every single book in the library. Or skimmed them.
Well, then perhaps it's true. Heart of Shadow. Heart of Shadow is a myth, supposedly. It's a place between the mortal realm and the divine realm. Every deity is said to have one. The Heart of Shadow belongs to Darelai. It is the only place that is strong enough to destroy the Dragon Orb.
And you never figured out how to get there?
I never wanted to go there. It's the gateway of the dead.
So the way to get there is by, what? Dying?
It has ties to the mortal realm. There's a door somewhere. I have never been there myself. I was too frightened to go. But the spirits I bound into the orb when I made it, they were consecrated of Darelai. Just shadow and sorrow and not my proudest moment.
I kind of understand how you feel now. So, samesies.
Do you want to destroy it now?
I think it might be a good idea. The thing that's inside of it, I think it's what's making Nysali sick.
Possibly.
Or at least there's a very good chance that that's the case. That's how all this started, was Temlakos coming in and corrupting her.
Temlakos. I feel like I should know that name, but I don't. I'm not sure. I wish I could help you more on that. Well, if you choose to destroy it, I trust in your judgment.
Well, thanks, because right now that I don't know if I entirely trust my judgment, but it's nice to hearing that.
I think you're too hard on yourself. Everyone does what they think is right in the moment. No one ever thinks they're the bad guy.
I think Tim Lakos did. I think he was pretty like cackly evil, you know the kind.
Oh, even then. Even then. Everyone's got their reasons.
Well, I guess if you want to catch up on some more fun stuff, some people wrote a play about us. So I'll continue chatting for a bit.
All right. Catching her up on all your fame. Yep. And she does seem like more of a complete person now. Like before the first time you talked to her, she was really scattered and sort of stretched and thin. But now like she's speaking and behaving and chatting more like an actual person that you're sitting across from and not some cryptic shade. So maybe some of her mind has returned.
Hey, we did a good thing.
So chat up and say goodbye. And Sia comes to put the crystal away, safe and sound. You've got your orb. Kern and Xylund, are you guys just gonna hang out in the courtyard?
Yeah, if Sia comes back, the only question we'll have is just ask her if there's anything that we can do to help her, like a nice ollie, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
Davynn, are you good in the temple?
Yes, I am good at the temple.
All right. So Sia will take you back out.
Wait, hold on. Did I get my magical whip from the temple?
Not yet, no.
Okay.
Do you want it?
I would like the magical whip, yes.
Okay.
Might as well.
All right. You can have your whip too, I guess.
Are we taking the orb with us?
She will let you take it, yes.
Okay, we should probably take it in case we happen to find a heart of darkness we can throw it into.
Yes, well, let's take it.
All right. So you can have your whip. You can have your orb. Sia will head back to the courtyard. So what was your question, Kern?
Oh, just see if she knows anything about these magical maladies that we might be able to help Nice Ollie at least talk, maybe not get, back to 100%, but
She, again, seems kind of brusque about the whole Nasali thing. She's clearly uncomfortable with having Nasali there. No, I don't know anything about the treatment of Nemetai. They're not exactly, human. So I wouldn't know. I don't know who you'd go to, other than another one of them, I guess. Or I suppose if you found a chronicler, they could probably help, but I wouldn't know where to find one of those.
I don't think.
out of curiosity,
Mm-hmm.
who is besides Nasali, who's the most level-headed Nemetai?
Depends on who you ask, I suppose. Now, historically, Nasali has had a close relationship with General Hamlin, who lives in Valwall.
That's the opposite direction from where we're going.
Yeah, it's on the opposite end of this continent, but it's on the opposite end of that continent in the mountains, through the mire. He is
believed they might come to us.
Yeah, it's true. And if anyone were going to come after Nasali, it would probably be him. They've always had a very close relationship. He's an older guy, so it's always been kind of a father-daughter dynamic with them. But yeah, he's known as like the great tactician. He was an honest-to-goodness general before he ascended, and ever since then, he's known for leading armies carefully.
Maybe we go to him, not Freyhaven.
Go to him?
That's why.
Because
the best case scenario is it gives us a safe place to store her while we confront all the problems we made. I don't think he's where the cure is.
Well, I mean, like, he has experience leading battle. He probably has an army that...
Yeah, he's currently the king consort of the barbarian queen of the Mire.
Oh.
Outside of Foulwall.
How long would it take to sail the Val Wall?
Well, you'd have to go to the complete other side of the continent.
Not much longer than going to Freyhaven, though.
Not really, no. Because you would go the route that you were going to before, when you picked up Sakri. But instead of turning around, you would just keep right on trucking. You can either try and go through the Mire from the south, which would be difficult but doable, or you can just keep sailing around to the east side of the coast and try and make your way through the mountains.
Like, if we go to him, he will probably be more willing to help. He's going to be pissed.
Yeah.
He's going to be more willing to believe that we're doing this out of looking after Nisali than if we were to just run away. Right?
It would depend, honestly. He's a military man. He's a very black and white, law and order kind of individual. But he's also had the benefit of a very long life. It's known how much he cares about Nisali. He is definitely the closest to her emotionally, and one of the few Nemetai that would actually come visit Greylock.
What does getting him on our side do for Greylock, though? Like, if he was going to get involved in this scuffle, he'd be involved already. And
the thing is, I don't think Greylock made it abundantly clear that Nisali was out of commission.
No, it was kept very much on the down low. Yeah.
So maybe he was just like, oh, she's weakened from a battle, she's always picked herself up in the past, that's my girl sort of thing. But news is gonna reach him pretty soon that we kidnapped her. And so that's hell hath no fury, a father looking for his daughter.
Yeah, he's gonna be unhappy.
So if we go to him with her, just we don't want anything to do with her, we just want her in a safe place, I feel like that's gonna buy us at least some good faith there. And potentially at the same time, we can talk with him and his barbarian queen and be like, look, Greylock is just a stepping stone for him. They're going to come for you guys next, sort of thing. We need to stop them now. I think if we go with that angle, that as much as I want to be pirates on the open sea, I think that may have a better chance of success.
The other feature of that end of the continent is the floating city of the Chronicler.
Yeah, but Nisali didn't like the Chroniclers, if I remember correctly.
She forbid them from ever coming into the city. But they are also inextricably tied to the Nenmatai.
So our trip back, I think, was fairly quick in game time. What kind of impression did we leave on the ambassador as we were bringing her back? Did we strike her? I'm trying to remember. Did we do anything really fucked up or crazy in front of her?
No, actually not at all. She didn't spend a whole lot of time with you guys. She spent some time with Sakri, who she did not seem to have a negative opinion of. And then as soon as she came into the city, she went almost immediately to the Conclave, and she's been with them ever since. So she hasn't spent a whole lot of time with you guys.
So she doesn't have a bad opinion of us.
No.
She has to give her opinion.
No, she has no bad opinion of you. She would most likely have a neutral opinion of you. Neutral to good.
I don't know. What do you guys think of Kern's plan?
I'm okay with going either route. We were hesitant about going to Freyhaven and maybe getting something, maybe not. I'm okay either way.
Did we lose everybody?
I don't know.
I think Noel is muted.
I'm here.
Would you believe I've been talking to a muted mic for a while?
I would totally believe that.
Yeah, out of practice. Honestly, I'm fine either way. I kind of I'm good either way. We are going to have to deal with the Nemneti problem at some point, so being proactive about it might be
What
better.
about you, Davynn?
I am curious about Freyhaven, at least. We can probably do the more direct route of getting the Zali better, but it kind of seems like we're at the point of needing to throw Hail Marys, so...
Twinki, what do you think?
Twinki's gone.
Yeah, I
Twinki's
was
not
saying.
gone.
I think Twinki's asleep.
Twinki's got his own nefarious things plotting behind the scenes.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Not that Hildreth really has is anywhere near as much stake as anyone else has in this. He's along for the ride and it's like, cool, whatever you guys decide, I'll be there. I'll help.
Yeah.
Di actually might know something about this dude, this Mara man.
Oh yeah, Di knows all about him. She lived in Valwall for years.
Did you ever meet him?
Are you guys back on the ship?
No, we're not on
Oh
the ship.
no, I forgot we're not on the ship. Well, I mean, let's table this discussion until we get back to the ship.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. So
Okay.
you guys can do your recall, sanctuary, whatever.
Yep.
Back to the ship, which is sailing in a proper direction. Zachary has taken it upon herself in your absence to find some gold chain and fashion herself a little captain's outfit.
Not even gonna say anything.
But otherwise, everything is fine. Everything is normal. You didn't steal it. You're going the right way. Gosh. So yeah, if you want to ask Di.
Yeah, so I guess we'll convene everyone and let Kern explain his plan, and then I'll ask Di what she thinks of this guy. What's
General?
his face?
General Hamlin.
General Hamlin.
Oh, well, I mean, he's of course famous. He's highly respected. Good to his men. Everyone looks up to him. I always got the impression people wish that he lived in the city proper, rather than outside of it with the tribes, but that's kind of a weird situation, I suppose. He's a good man.
So you never actually met him?
Oh gosh, no, not in person, no. I just hear the soldiers talking about him, picking up laundry and everything. They all loved him. Stern but fair, that kind of thing, you know.
Would he, So if he knew Nisali's state, do you think he'd be inclined to intervene?
I think he would move mountains to help her.
Okay, well, I think I'm in favor of Kern's plan. I mean, that's my vote.
Yeah, that's what I'm... Oh, God. Am I gonna try to do ascending to a fucking Nenemeth?
Yes.
Well, tell him we're incoming if that's what we decide to do, so that he doesn't come hunting us.
I feel like this is gonna wreck my mind if I do this. But I will do it.
I will.
Okay.
Well, are we actually going to do this? Are we
Yeah.
going to go to Valwall?
Are you committing to this?
I think that's the option with the best.
Even if we don't go, I think it's in our best interest to proactively inform him. Otherwise, it looks like we're trying to abscond and disappear.
Yes.
I mean, I really want to go to Freyhaven. I really want to fucking rally a fleet.
Pirates. Yeah.
But this seems...
Is there a friendly Nenemeth in Freyhaven?
There isn't, but None of the Nemetai live in Freyhaven, unfortunately. But the Church of Inaline is there. That, like, the head church of Inaline is in Freyhaven. And it is, as one would expect, a place where a lot of information and rare goods and odd people and, you know, et cetera, change hands. So it's a great place to stock up on information, to stock up on people, if that's still your goal, and also listen for rumors.
So these gates that used to link all the cities,
Yeah,
they're just totally inoperable. Like even the Nemetai can't use them.
they don't work.
That fucking sucks.
Yeah,
I should
there's.
fix them.
I don't think we have in-game time to do both.
No.
Okay.
See what happens.
I think, like, character-wise, Kern would probably lean towards this. The General Halmond thing.
It seems like a safer bet. Like this is at least with Freyhaven, we're kind of gambling.
Yeah.
With this one, it seems not a sure thing, but there's at least something, you know.
We can at least get Nysaly fixed or taken care of.
All right, let's do that.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
Do it, Kern.
All right.
What's the message going to be?
I know. I'm trying to think of this. So, General Halman, or Halman?
Hamelin.
We have the Solly. Come get her, or else.
No.
Exactly. You have to word this very carefully. We have Nasali. Meet us at this location.
10,000 gold.
Oh, hold on. Kern, we need some credits in order to fund this whole thing. Make sure that you tell him to bring 10,000 gold with him.
Bring money.
Be sure to specify we're a Greylockian prince.
General Hamelin. General Hamelin.
You just see Kern standing there going, okay, what am I going to say?
We...
Have. Nice.
I am sorry for intruding.
We have you, and I'm sorry.
You only get so many words, my friend.
We're on our way to...
We care very much for the safety of Nysaly.
We're bringing her to you. Don't come crush us, please.
We are bringing her to you. She is not well.
That's not our fault.
Yes. We're only trying to protect her.
Did you tell him that we're bringing her to him?
Yes, we're bringing her to you. And I'm going to pray my mind doesn't get obliterated.
It's fine. We can fix you.
All right. So you're going to send your man?
The whole, like, sorry for interrupting you. We promise we like Nysaly. We're not trying to kidnap her. I think...
You know we did.
Yeah.
Our people will contact your people.
I am our people.
All right. Is that your message?
Message.
Mm-hmm. Please send your message. And you get silence in return. As far as you know, the sending was successful. You got no indication that it was blocked or fizzled or in any other way. Was unsuccessful. You just didn't get a response.
Could be worse.
Okay. We tried.
Could have been a lot worse.
I could also have a celestial emissary send it. Potentially. With
Eventually.
Yeah.
After
Well,
Smalling is over.
Well, no, this would be planar ally. Yeah, after a nap, yeah. We'd have to pay money for this to happen, but Okay, well, we tried. We did our best.
Yep,
We-
yep, you sent your message.
Mhm.
So the current plan is to then head for Valwall.
What would happen if we went around the north part of the continent?
You could do it, but the ice is really bad up there, and your ship's not really fitted for it. Neither are you.
Let's not do that.
Okay, I was
So
just
yeah,
wondering.
it's doable, but it would be what was that? The Terror?
Yeah.
They got stuck in the ice. Yeah, it would be a terror situation, and you would constantly be trying to bust ice and bust through the ice.
Okay.
All
let's do
right.
this.
Okay. So the official plan is to sail around the southern end of the continent on the way to Valwall, and hopefully not be shanghaied, ambushed, murdered, or anything else along the way. And that's just Zachary. She might like being captain.
I don't doubt that she likes being captain.
She might like it too much.
We did kill the squid wizard, didn't we?
Yes, unfortunately. Fortunately, yeah, and his temple club.
Okay.
Yeah, unfortunately, his home came down. All right, so we will pick this up next session. A lot got done today. I don't know how much of it was positive, but a lot got done.
Theory,
I
as
will
always.
not make next session, by the way, or
Okay.
in 2 weeks, because my
Oh.
cousin's having a wedding.
Okay.
So I should probably be at that.
All right. Yeah, you probably should.
Yeah, in
Well,
theory.
we'll see how it goes. Alrighty. Well, plans in place. We'll see how it works out.
If it's anything like today, poorly.
Yeah.
That was a lot of repercussions.
Yeah.
I think we knew that was going to happen.
Yeah.
I knew, but like,
We just didn't execute the entire plan. which
Yes,
was
we
a
did.
problem.
Forget a very critical half of the plan.
Oh well.
Oh dear.
How do you explain in character that you meant to do something and just forgot?
Because it was 2 months ago.
Exactly.
For
Brain
someone.
time.
Brain was on hiatus. Oh well, it just makes it more fun. It'll be fine.
I'm
All right, guys. You have a good rest of your day, and hopefully we'll see each other in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right. Bye.